with the crew. All right, cool.
Your stream started.
It started now.
Oh yeah.
Watch what you say on camera. All right, so are we ready then?
Sure. Yeah.
1 second.
I'm theoretically ready. I sure am here.
Do a quick recap, and then after that, boy,
Pretty sure I'm level 3. Pretty sure I did that. I'm going to check.
no, yeah, your character's all got all your knowledge of.
Yes.
Fires. I guess next session we'll all chill on a beach bonfire and get fucked up. Did you say you were ready?
Yeah, sorry, I had to knock at the door.
Alright, so when we last met our heroes, had followed the cult of the Scarlet Boar to a harbor that was due east fortress by siege. Upon entering the harbor area, we were able to gain access to the ship under the disguise of the cultists themselves, but were eventually found out and attacked. As we fought and killed all the cultists, merfolk had emerged and started attacking them as well on their. It wasn't until towards the end of the battle that a large kraken had come through the depths to destroy the ship itself, leaving it ruins, dragging what was left of it at the bottom of the sea. We were barely able to escape, but we are all here, alive and well, and Alma is also here. That is where we will be.
Okay.
So, Alma will go ahead and speak to you guys, and I've been practicing my female voice, but I don't know how good it's gonna be.
No.
I don't know how good it's gonna be. So, well, yeah, I've had like 3-4 weeks to practice, so let's try this out. Oh dear, that was so close. This is as low as I can go as a female.
You reminded me of my audiobooks when the male narrator has to do the female voices.
Oh, for real? That's how it sounds?
Yeah.
That's
hey.
exactly how it sounds.
For sure.
Oh dear. Oh me.
I need to get my... I'll get it later.
Alright, so you gather around Alma, who is also out of breath because she's been sprinting from one boat to try to get to you guys to warn you of the cracking. So she's breathing heavily and she claims, "Did you get her? Did you get my sister?"
Sure we did.
Where is
She
she?
does what she does best.
Nah, bro.
She's invisible right now.
Well, show her to me. I must speak with her. It's urgent. I have to make sure that she's okay, and I have to tell her that she's being an idiot following this cult.
Yeah.
So where is she?
Yeah, she got away on a boat.
She escaped
Yeah.
on a boat.
Where do you think she is?
So there used to be a boat around here-ish. It is gone with her in it.
Did you not see that boat go down?
There was a large kraken in the way. I was too busy dealing with that, trying to make sure that you guys got off the boat safely. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Did you see which direction it sailed? And your passive perception, she was heading due southeast.
Yeah, she was going southeast.
Southeast. Well, that's no good. That's actually the island of my people. At least what's used to be of them before they were taken out to the Ice Seed. I wonder what business she has going home. It
Do you
can't be
feel we should
good.
follow her?
Well, I feel
Can
that
we
if
follow her?
There's other boats here.
there are quite a few boats, it shouldn't be hard to procure one and have it ready to sail within the hour. But do you have all the necessary equipment? Because I don't know
Nope.
exactly when we'll be able to come back.
Do you know
Yeah,
about
we're
how
gonna need
far
some
it is from
food.
here?
Sailing time would probably, on one of these tiny little vessels, would probably be about 6 hours or so, depending on wind.
Oh, that's not bad.
Okay.
But
So,
it's only half a day's journey back to the fortress if you need provisions.
That's a good point.
Do we need food?
We have
Well,
anyone that's confident in their sailing ability.
technically no. None of you are sailors.
Technically, there is no sailing ability, so
Yeah, that is also true. So,
Navigation? Is that what it's called? Is that a thing?
my daddy never taught me how to sail. We didn't have water.
that would make sense. Why sail if you have no water?
Right.
So,
you
what
can't
will
sail
it
on
be
land.
then? As she asks for you guys, Crowley walks up a little bit and a large
Enough food.
owl,
Oh.
a large owl lands on his finger. He's
Damn,
like,
it's
"Oh,
nice.
look at this guy! Look at this little guy! What a beauty!" He's sitting there looking at the owl, and the owl spreads its wings and flaps back, and then transforms into a elven dude. Oh dear, that's another druid. And Crowley steps back, looking at Dravorkin for some safety.
Why are you looking at me, dude?
You're a big brute, not, no disrespect there, but,
The one who let the owl land on your finger.
Shouldn't that have broken his finger anyway? Shouldn't he be the same weight?
No,
Yeah,
so
do you
when,
maintain density when you transfer?
as druids,
Yeah,
when you
that's
transform,
it.
you take on all the aspects of that creature. So, when
Okay.
this druid transforms into an
Okay.
owl, he becomes light as an owl.
So I guess
Okay,
it's
so
not
it's
a
not
very
like
large
it's
owl.
not how Callie does.
Yeah, he's not like a huge, like, owl bear owl. That would be...
Owl bear owl.
Hey, that's neat.
Owl bears are a creature in D&D. You will find out, maybe. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Alright, so the elf comes up to Crowley, and he speaks to him. Crowley, druid of the hill tribe. I mean you no harm, but I do need you to come with me. Whatever do you mean? I'm needed here with my friends. There is a great disturbance in the force. I'm also kidding. Wanted to say that. There's a disturbance in the realm of living, and nature is not very happy with disturbance. We are recalling all druids to try to hash out what we can bring back the world tree. The world tree, you say?
World tree.
I haven't heard tales of the world tree since I was a young lad.
So anyone want to clue me in?
Well,
What
the
that
world
is?
tree. The world tree is a new thing. So Crowley looks at all of you and he's like, well, as much as I want to get rid of these cultists, I've got other things that I need to do to make sure that you even live, to make sure you can even go get the cultists. So,
Oh, okay.
I'm-
Okay, I see how it is.
I'm terribly sorry, friends, but here you go. And he sticks out his hand, his fist towards you, Dravorkin, like he's about to hand you something.
I reach out.
Right, so you reach out with your open palm, and he places a seed in it. And as you hold the seed, you look at it puzzlingly, and he goes, "Don't worry, friend. When the time comes, you'll know how to use it." And he grabs your hand, and he whispers a little chant that you can't understand because it's in a druid speak. And he's like, "This thing will sprout when you need me most, and I'll be there. But for now, I must go and tend to my druid details."
Is
Goodbye.
This,
So
Say what?
is
this
this true?
asshole says he's gonna sprout from a seed. What the fuck?
Maybe he's a druid. With that, he Groot. I am Groot. I am Crowley.
If that happens, you have to do that.
I will if it happens, but we'll see. So with that, the elf says, "Very well. I shall be able to transform into a griffin and transport us both." With that, he jumps up into the air and is, after a dazzling light that somewhat blinds you guys for a couple seconds, you now see a large griffin flying in the air. And it lands right in front of Crowley, and he says, "I can either hold you by my sharp talons, or you can ride on my back." "I'll definitely ride on your back, sir." "Alright, friends, y'all be safe now. Toodles!" And then Crowley takes off on the griffin, and they fly towards the north.
Well, that was rather abrupt.
Well,
I'm too emotionally like messed up right now.
Yeah.
Mine. He just put a seed in my hand, and I don't know what to do.
And we all just stand there stunned.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
And then
I
Alma
just-
looks at you all, and she goes, so there is that thing of provision, or if we're going straight to the island. Have you decided yet?"
I mean, I've
Well,
already
who all?
got 5 days
does-
worth of rations, so.
Yeah. Does anybody have rations? I don't have any.
Nope.
I mean,
Tec-
nope.
Your
I don't think-
explorer's
mm-mm,
pack
nope.
technically has 10 days
Don't know
worth.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But you're going to an island that has been deserted for at least 100 years. You're not sure what to expect. So,
So we don't know how long we'll be on that island?
Nope.
exactly. It could be a
Gotcha.
matter of hours. It could be a matter of days.
Yeah, we're gonna
All
need
you
to
know
go back.
is Alanis was sailing that way. And Alma is cool with either going there now or going there a day or two later.
Well, my mortal body needs sustenance, so I'm voting for
This
going
immortal
back to
form.
town.
Yeah, immortal flesh.
Yeah, I'd rather not starve. I'd rather not starve for the likes of. Yeah,
Don't starve
basically.
together, I guess.
All right, well, it's settled. Road should be clear on the way
Wait.
back.
Wait, wrong voice.
Oh yeah, I already forgot how to do my female voice.
It was the girly one.
Oh yeah, this one, huh?
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, shall we head back then?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's
I
go.
would love to.
Meanwhile, 1/2 day later.
Crowley. Aw.
Wooed 'em.
He's gone.
The seed
Alright.
is giving him visions of Crowley.
Oh god.
All right,
Okay.
so you've arrived. It's half a day later. It is about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and you have arrived back at the fortress. All the shops and bar, or the tavern, and other things that you could possibly need are open, available.
Awesome.
Alma. Oh, this is Alana. So Alma stands there and she says, "If you would, I'm not good at this female voice thing. If you would prefer, we can either stay the night or head back once you're done, and I'll meet you here." I will
I'd like
give.
to stay the night.
That would make
Give
sense.
it my opinion there.
It's shouldn't be too long, especially if we set out early in the morning. So I will meet you guys back here in the morning around, say, 7 o'clock.
Done.
Okay.
About Sim.
Yep, about 7 there, boy. Yeah. All right, dear. All right, so let's see. At this
Where's the
point,
price for rations?
so rations are going to equipment. Should honestly only be
Trade goods.
rations are a 1 day of rations is going to cost you gold.
Where do you see that?
Oh.
If you
That's not
go
bad.
to page 150 in the player's handbook,
Oh, I'm on
Oh,
157.
I was looking at the wrong thing. Okay. That's why.
Oh, rations, 1 day.
since we're not doing the silver and copper, you guys are wealthy.
Well, you could do 2 days for 1 gold. Because that would be
You
equivalent.
could.
But
Right,
5
does it-
silver doesn't equal, or 10 silver doesn't equal gold.
Oh,
That's
it
fine.
doesn't?
It'd be
Oh.
100 silver.
Oh.
20 days of rations.
Yeah, 20 days rations for gold.
I'll let you have.
20 days of
You can
rations.
buy a bulk of 5 rations per 1 gold.
All right.
Okay. I'll take that.
And then if you guys, I think all of you still have those stones, right? Those precious stones.
Yep.
I have Adeline's things
Someone
that I
has them
don't.
all. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw mine because of that asshole shopkeeper.
What a dude.
Yeah.
That dick. I wish I could have seen his face when he fell into my trap.
Oh, we should check on
That
that.
trap I left, remember I left that trap?
Oh yeah, you
I'm not even
did.
going to bring it up because I don't want to get in trouble. No?
Yeah, what trap?
3 times 5 is 15 days rations. I'm buying 15 days rations for
I
3
have
gold.
also bought 15 days rations for 3 gold.
I was gonna buy 30 days rations.
They don't. So
Cool.
they don't go bad. It's like that bread that they eat in Lord of the Rings.
Limbus.
Yeah.
Lamis.
Is it Lamis
I'm
or
gonna buy
Limpus?
30 days.
Limbus.
Yeah.
Limbo.
What about second breakfast?
Or
Wrong
Lemons.
person.
Does anyone have 1,500 gold laying around somewhere?
Excuse me.
1500. Why do you need 1500?
I want plate mail.
Wait, when did I go
Hold
down
on,
to
no one
11
has plate
gold?
mail.
I didn't have
Alright,
11 gold.
I want 30 days
You did
of
buy.
rations.
You
30
didn't.
days rations for
No, I'm not giving you 15.
Oh, I bought 2 potions of healing.
This is worth a shot.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
a-
that's
I'm a
right.
hermit.
Yeah.
6,
Okay.
146. Okay, there you
Does someone just
Alright.
happen to have 1500?
Yeah,
So
you know.
how many rations can you get for 1 gold?
5.
go. 5
5
days.
5 days. Also, as Crowley parted, he had 157 gold that he split between all even.
Hey.
Oh shit.
So
Well, I mean,
Sweet.
157
How
divided
much is
by-
that per person?
It is
many people are there?
39 gold.
39
Plus
apiece.
39.
24 plus 39.
Take back every bad thing I ever said to him. Said about him.
That's what I thought. And the seed resonates with his voice.
Hey, I'm at 71.
30,
Hello,
you said 39?
4.
Yes, 39.
So 185 after buying rations. Okay, cool.
All right, and then Tony, I did notice you still have 50 foot of rope on.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't he have the?
yeah, Martin
Endless
has
rope.
the endless.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that was you. At some point, I should probably type out all the things that were in my burglar's pack into my items. But
Could be
I-
helpful.
probably do
You
that
can
too.
go. You can go to the compendium. Type in I think, burglar's tool. Yeah,
Herbalist
burglar's
kit.
pack, and then it
Where?
shows you everything. If you
Oh,
so
yeah.
yeah, you have a
I've
bell.
actually used some of that stuff. Yeah.
You did throw out the candles and the ball bearing. I don't.
I didn't use candles. I used the some of the pittons. I wrote it down on a document. I gotta find
Okay.
it. Let's see. I found the document. Just waiting for it to open.
So you guys can go back to that one shopkeep that was selling or that was willing to buy all of your. What? Have another crack at that dude. There's also a armor
Oh
and
wait, I have my
weapon.
mask now. I forgot about that.
There's an armorer and a weaponsmith in the.
Do they have any magic weapons?
So let's see. Weapons. When you walk into the door, they have a.
Okay,
They
I
have
found it.
they have four things available that are unlike anything. Have ammunition that was created by a master smith. That's a +1 ammunition for crossbow bolts. They have a +1 light crossbow, so it can be held on your back, and it's lighter than the average crossbow. They also have a +1 longbow, and they have a sword of vengeance, which is a long sword, one-handed weapon.
Cool.
What does the Sword of Vengeance do?
Asking creator. I can't, as the DM, I can't
Good
tell
sir.
you.
What does this
Tell
sword
us.
do?
Gotcha.
Oh, that little sword right there on the wall. I've picked it
Yes,
up
that's
by some half-orc. They said that it was pretty, what
What
would
do
you call it?
sound like?
Say what? They said that this sword was wielded by one of their greatest warriors of all time. A half-orc fighter named Wilga. They died in a swamp somewhere. I'm not sure exactly how, but I don't think it has any magical properties, at least not that I've seen.
I
So
would like to do a perception roll. Or wait, investigation
Arcane.
maybe? I don't know. What would it be?
it would be. There should be a.
I'll do.
I have
Sounds like
tar-
Arcana.
Yeah, it should be arcane. Like to see if it has magical properties. Is that what you're
Yeah.
trying to do?
Yep.
Yes, to do it.
+0, baby. Here we go.
4. So as you pick up the sword, you ask the shopkeeper if you can. Like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead. Just don't take it out of the store, of course. So you're looking at the sword and you give it a couple light swings just to see how it feels, and it seems like just a typical sword.
Cool sword.
Oh
And I
yeah.
put it back down.
Yeah, if you're interested in that, that'll be 300 gold.
Oh yeah.
Got
Okay.
history behind it, you'll know. Can't let it apart for no reason.
Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. And I continue perusing, but I'm definitely not interested in anything.
So,
What else did he have?
Some bows.
yeah,
crossbows.
he had a light crossbow that was +1, and a longbow that was +1, and crossbow bolts that were +1. 20 of them.
What's the difference between the light bow and the
Longbow
not
and the
the
crossbow.
the longbow?
So
Yeah.
the longbow will give you a larger reach to it. It is also a
600.
martial range weapon. So yeah, it's a range up to 600. Once you get past 150 range, it's at disadvantage though.
Okay.
And then the light crossbow is a simple ranged weapon that has a effective range of 80 and max range.
Cool.
That's because of its magical property, yes.
Well, no. The magical property gives it a +1 to all attack and damage.
Oh, gotcha.
So when you would roll for it, you would put your dexterity modifier plus your
Oh, I see. Light
yeah,
crossbow.
plus the 1.
Okay. I want to buy a crossbow.
Right. 7 seconds. All right. So as you're looking at the crossbow, go ahead and talk to the dwarf. It is a dwarf shopkeeper.
Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, wait. But before I talk to him, I want that mask on first.
The what?
That mask I made a while back that makes it
really
look like I'm
also
just a
hated
human
those
with the
masks.
bad. Yeah, the one that makes it look like I just have
yeah.
deformity behind my mask, so they
Okay,
just
yeah,
feel
that's-
I'm human.
So I was assuming that you had taken it all off after the fight anyway. So yeah, you look like a normal tiefling. Your old Inara self.
Okay. I want to have the mask on before I talk.
Oh,
to
you want... Okay, so you put the mask back
Yeah.
on. You go up and talk to the dwarf. Go ahead.
him. How much for this crossbow?
Before we get into that, what's with the tail? You're a human. That's kind of weird,
What
don't you
tail?
think?
That just came from a party.
Oh, so you're one of those kind. Never thought I'd see a furry.
Yeah. So how
You
much?
beat me to it.
Oh, so this here crossbow, I'd say it'll run you about 150 gold pieces.
150.
Oh yeah, I used this with my father back in the day to take out deer. It fed me and my family for many years, so I can't just let you have it. Other than that, symbology, it's not really, you know. Like, it's definitely a good piece of equipment. I've definitely oiled it up and stuff, make that nice and pretty.
It's highway robbery.
Yeah, that's such robbery.
Oh, then
I
what
can
what
give
are you
you-
offering?
This should usually only cost about 25 gold.
Yeah,
and I'll
that's
give
a
you my
regular.
for
That's
it.
a regular light gold, light crossbow. That's nothing. This one's plus. Well, I guess he doesn't say. This one's got history to it. You know, it's not something you just find. And I can definitely tell you that it packs a little more punch than just your normal crossbow. Tell you what, I'll just I'll drop it down to 100 gold pieces.
100. Can I use my perception to take a look at it? Make sure he's not
Yeah, definitely.
he's not screwing me over.
As you look over the crossbow, you can definitely tell that what he says is true. It packs more of a punch than a normal, I guess what would you call it? Just a regular crossbow built mass production.
Okay. Do you think you could knock off another 20 gold?
Another 20 gold.
Yeah.
You know, I'm running a business here. It's kind of an insult, really, to be dropping me down so much. What do you have any, like, I don't know, precious gems you're willing to part with?
I walk out the door.
Well, if I part
Later,
with this,
dude.
I have this quartz right here.
Oh,
But if I part
quartz! That's
with
one of my
this-
favorites. I'll give it to you for 50 gold plus the quartz.
All right, I'll take it.
All right, sold. Here you go. By the way, the initials that are carved on the side, don't worry about it. You know, I was a kid back then.
Don't worry
Didn't
about
mean
the
to.
initial. Okay.
All right, so you have purchased a light crossbow plus 1.
You have gained
For 50 gold.
family crossbow.
Yes, for 50.
Gives bonus of +1.
So yeah, the plus 1
What?
is... So the plus 1, whenever you roll for your crossbow now, you'll add a plus 1 to it. Because you already... No, you have a short bow one.
Is that to the damage or to the attack roll?
Both.
Nice.
So crossbow attack, strength, precision.
It shouldn't be strength.
Wait,
it
why is
be,
it only? No, it's not strength. Yeah. It should be my.
should be dex
mine
because it's
usually?
ranged.
Yeah. Why is it on strength?
I think that's the you can click it
Dexterity, and then you said +1,
plus 1.
so +6. Awesome.
Are
And
you
it's
proficient though?
Or 1d8.
Yes, it is 1d8 of piercing.
It won't let me put the 1d8 on here.
+1.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. One.
Here, I'll help you.
Yeah, please, because I can't seem to get into. There we go. Plus, what type is this?
Piercing.
Piercing.
Yep.
So I should have +3 piercing, or is it?
So the damage is gonna be here. I'll type it in.
Okay, please. I got some of it.
8. There is not. Oh no. Crossbow, and we'll put a +1 crossbow. That way we know. And you aren't proficient in regular crossbows, so you don't get your proficiency bonus to it, but that +1 to it should. If that were your roll, it would deal the 1d8 plus 3. Why did it not? X plus 1. Oh, I see.
It added 1 to the dexterity instead of to the
Edited it.
total.
Dexterity. What I can do is the damage is 1d8 plus 1.
Okay.
Now
Thank
when we
you.
click it. Yep, sweet, perfect.
Awesome.
Was there anything else notable in the shop?
Well, that is the weapons trader. He had those 3 items available.
Okay,
Or
I
those
only
4
remember
items.
the crossbow and the longsword.
Yeah. The crossbow, the
Oh,
longbow, the longsword, and then there were 20 crossbow bolts that were with the tips of them were they had extra like serrated edges on them. They gave them +1. Other than that, the weaponsmith had nothing.
Okay.
There is another armorer in town that you can go and talk to if you'd like. Then other than that, it's just the regular shopkeeper that has already turned away being an ass.
Nice.
Or well, that was
Oh,
days
yeah.
that was days prior though. He may
might
have
not
forgotten
remember him now.
unless that trap hit him.
Well, he might not know who he probably doesn't know who did the trap though.
So, Bill, are you at the church?
That's the public bath.
Oh, you're taking a bath.
Yeah.
Good.
Gotta get all that
Are there
chaos
any other
spawn slime off me.
There we go.
Are there any other
And
things that you guys want to buy? Do you want to talk to the armorer?
Hey, so I bought a tent because of a sleep. Yeah, but hey, can y'all give me like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went ahead and already went and like bought all the stuff that I cared about having, except for a tent, which I should probably buy
Okay.
before I
Trying to-
pack up with the orc.
Oh, good point. A tent's a good idea.
Hashtag winter blanket.
Is the tent? It's a 2-person tent, by the way. So.
How much do what are they called? Arrows usually cost again?
Arrows. You can buy a bundle of 20 for gold.
Okay.
But your crossbow, it's going to be a bundle of 20.
Oh, really?
Crossbow bolts.
So I need different arrows for 'em?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go buy 40 bolts for my crossbow.
Cool. That'll be 4 gold. Just add that to
4 gold.
40.
Awesome. I'm still adding stuff from my not my burglar's pack anymore, but now my thieves tools as well. So 40 crossbow bolts. There we go. And my thieves tools. Small file.
I got a P roll.
Okay.
I forgot that they changed this to the church instead of the bathhouse. So yes, I'm at the church.
Pair of pliers. Pliers. Okay, I think I have everything. Flask boil.
All right. So.
Oh, I guess I should also buy a tent.
Yeah. So I think if 2 of you buy tents, that'll be enough, unless you all want your own personal tent. But the tents are actually 2-person.
Considering my character, I'm definitely buying a tent just for myself.
Dope. So that
How
a
much is
2-person
that?
tent is only 2 gold.
Okay. It's fine with me.
Buy that. How's your bath going, Bill?
I remembered that we made that the church last time we were in the town, so I'm praying instead.
Okay.
Or the bath is at the church, and I'm doing both.
Yeah, that it's filled with holy water.
Okay, I return.
Oh, what kind of pizza?
I got some meat lovers.
Hey, good choices.
Make sure that 8 plus.
Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. I was worried that the Saints were gonna lose and he was gonna punch my TV. So.
Hey, no, hey, that makes sense, dude. If someone punched my TV and it was my TV, I'd be heated.
Yeah, because like he does a bunch of random shit, and I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to take that risk.
That definitely makes.
But yeah,
All
I
right.
got a tent, guys. So
Yeah.
it's only 2-person. I don't know if anybody bought any other one.
Well, Martin, what is your character's name? Fridrig. Fridrig. Fridrig.
Drake.
Is it Drake or Drake with a G? Has it?
Oh, was it a G?
Or Drake.
It's a silent G. It sounds like K.
Pam.
Just kidding.
I think I can help with this Pan situation. There's a G in there, isn't there?
Pan?
Pan. No, it's Pam. All right. So you guys have bought your rations. You bought a couple tents. Is there anything else you want to buy? And do you want to go check out the armor?
What kinds of armor do we have?
Well, so you walk into the armor store, and you see a female halfling named Efrix standing there. Like, oh, a customer, finally! Been a while. We've got plenty of armors for sale. You look like the kind of silent type, like you don't want anything too heavy. Am I correct in that assumption?
True.
Ooh, here you go. And she pulls out a piece of hide armor. Like, this right here. This is the armor of resistance, I like to call. My brother made it, his own masterwork armor. And it should protect you from the gaze of a basilisk, making you unpetrifiable.
Ooh, I'm gonna inspect it.
Alright, go ahead.
I barge in, yelling, "Is it called
Why?
hide armor? Because it makes her invisible." And I immediately run out.
You say,
wow.
Is it called hide armor? That's good.
Oh, oops. Did I do it twice? My bad.
You did. We'll take the first roll, that's 6.
Yeah.
So as you look over it, you can tell that there is something different about this armor. It doesn't look the same. As you're inspecting it, as your pal the bard rolls in, she's like, I like your joke, but it's not funny, you know?
It's funny to me.
As you sing, and she's like, well, that's all that matters. And she claps, and she actually passes you a gold coin for your efforts.
Damn. How much are you charging for this?
Oh, something like that don't come cheap there. Unfortunately, it is worth 1,000 gold piece.
and I'm out.
So you just walk.
Yep,
Well-
I start walking away.
Don't forget that we have it now, dear. Maybe in the future, if your adventures go well, you can pay us another visit. And as you walk out, she waves to you. Once you walk out, there is a man that approaches you. He goes, that halfling's been charging everything at 1,000 gold pieces for 5 years. I don't think she's made a single sale. No idea how she keeps this place running. Says that, he walks.
Oh shit. So I kind of want to sneak back in and see if I can steal it.
All right.
Hashtag thief skills.
Yeah.
Make an attempt.
All right. So, how are you doing this? Are you going to tell me how you enter the place? How do you enter the building?
I'm gonna enter. Let's see. I'm gonna go around the back.
All right.
Obviously.
So you go down the back. What's your passive?
And
14. So you go around the back.
Passive perception.
It's on your character sheet underneath charisma score. It's passive perception. Based off your wisdom. So
okay.
like yours, Nara is 14, Adeline is 14,
Oh, there you go.
Vorkin is 12, and Fridrig. Fridrig. I keep looking at it. I think it's the wine.
It's Dragon.
I think it's the wine.
Yes, for Dragon. There we
for
go.
Dragon.
That's how you remember.
For Dragon. For Drag. Alright. So yours is 10. So as you approach the back, about an hour has passed. So it's about 6 o'clock at night now. And it's the lights have dimmed. The guards are going around the fortress, lighting up all the torches. Because it's starting to get dim outside. So you're a little harder to see at a far distance unless a creature possesses dark vision. But when you reach the back, you see, of course, a back door, and then there are 2 windows that are about 2 feet above your height.
Ooh. I want to look into these windows, make sure she's not like on the other side of them or anything.
All right. So your character will grab the ledge of the window. She has to sort of jump up, grab it, and then pulls herself up, doing an Olympic-style pull-up. And as you look inside, you can see there are a bunch of tailor's materials. So you got silk, you got cotton, you got wool, all in spoils, ready to be, crafted into more armor. You also see a bunch of batches of hide, and you see a bunch of little mannequins that have just the chest, just chest pieces carved out onto. 2 of them are one of them is holding what looks like chainmail. The other is holding a hide type of armor.
Is it the same armor as she had showed me before?
It is not. From what you
it's
see.
A different one. Okay. But no one's in there.
No one is in that room. That is the back room. And it looks like this is where her brother does most.
Okay, I want to check to make sure nothing's booby trapped or or magicked.
Alright, go ahead and do a
and
perception
I'm
roll.
using...
Alright, so and you're still looking through the window?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so when you look through the window, you look through, and it looks as if there's no type of security except for the lock on the door.
Awesome. Alright, so rather than using the window, I might as well try to unlock the door.
Alright, so go ahead and use your...
Yep. If I can grab it.
Right, so you take out your lockpick and you insert it. After a couple seconds, you hear a click, and then the door, the doorknob, as you jiggle it, is able to turn completely.
Awesome. I'm gonna slowly open the door very quietly, just in case.
Stealth check for me.
Oh, whoops! I'm not on that part. Shit.
All right. So as you
Let's do
open
it
up the
well.
door, it creaks really loud, sort of like a door that needs some WD-40. So
Awesome.
you open it all the way, and at this point, a couple seconds go by and nothing has happened.
Oh, thank God. All right, so I'm gonna go looking around the room looking for this set of armor that I want.
All right. So you walk into the door. You walk up to. Are you walking to the hide or the chain?
The hide.
Go ahead and do a perception check. Actually, do an arcana check as well.
Okay. That might not turn out well. Yeah, that didn't turn out well.
All right.
But
So
hey, at least perception check on it.
yeah, as you are looking at the armor, you notice that it is unfinished and doesn't hold quite the properties that you're hoping that.
Mm-hmm.
So, it offers the same amount of armor class as hide armor.
Seriously?
This is the armor you're looking at is just a normal piece.
Okay, it's not the one she had showed me before. So are there any chests or anything around?
No, all you see are a bunch of needles around, and a bunch of thread, and a bunch of spools of wool, silk, cotton.
Is there a closet or anything, or a door to the front room?
There is a door to the front room, and the keyhole is open to where you can look through.
I would like to look through that keyhole.
All right, do a perception check. All right, so you look through the keyhole and you see the armor smith, or the, I guess the armorer, what they're called. You see the storekeeper walking around, and she's pulling down the blinds for the windows, and she is dusting the front part of the room. All you can see is her head, because she has a very low counter space, halfling. So all you see is her head, and she is busy at the front part of the store.
Okay. Does she look? No. Okay. So I'm going to.
Door is unlocked as well.
Door is unlocked.
Mainly a door to keep the front part and the back part separate.
Okay. Do I see any place that I can hide once I get through that door?
Yes, the counter. So, from where you are, you can see her head above the counter, and then there's plenty of room that if you were to duck down, she wouldn't be able to see unless she heard.
Okay, I'm gonna make an attempt to stealthily go through from the door to the counter quietly to hide.
Roll a stealth check.
God damn it.
All right. So as you open up the door, you're able to walk through, and as you get to the counter, you kind of accidentally hit it with your elbow, and make a thud sound. And from this point, you hear the armorsmith. What was that? And she starts to look around. She looks around back behind her, and it must have been in the wind. Continues dusting off all of the wares that she has.
Awesome. Can I see the set of armor anywhere nearby me?
So you can see that the armor is on the counter about 5 feet in front of you, where you were talking to.
Okay. And she's turned around the other way, right?
Yes, she is.
Okay, I want to make an attempt to grab that off the counter. Would that be sleight of hand or
just do a stealth check to make.
Again.
All right. So as you tiptoe 5 feet in front of you, you grab the armor, you bring it up to your chest, start walking away, silent as.
Awesome. And I'm gonna try to leave.
All right. So go ahead and roll a stealth check for leaving.
Oh, please let this work.
So you open up the door again, and as you walk through it, this time it actually slams. Oh, thieves! And she, at this point, I would assume that you're trying to run out as fast as you can.
Yes.
So at this point, the halfling armorer runs towards the back, and she looks around. And by the time that you escape the shop, she notices that the hide armor of anti-petrification, and she goes to the back room to see that you have left the door wide open. When she walks out, you are vanished into the dark. But she does, within the next 30 minutes, she definitely will make a police report to the guards.
But she doesn't know what I look like because of the mask. So
all she has are the people that have visited the shop for that day.
It was the bard.
Could have been, yeah.
Yeah, it's totally the bard.
Alright, so you have escaped with a piece of hide armor that gives you the same armor class, which is for you. Your armor class is.
It actually doesn't say on my thing. Huh. That's interesting. It used to be on it.
It's leather armor. It is armor class 11 plus your dex modifier, which is
14.
I put it in.
Did I have proficiency in leather? I can't remember.
Yes. You can wear it because it's a light armor.
Okay.
And it doesn't give you any disadvantage to your stealth, and it also gives you immunity to petrification.
What did I miss?
Awesome.
So she actually stole the armor.
Stole some armor. I can't believe I made it out of there. Yeah, I cannot believe I made it out.
Also, hold on. I don't think that you rolled. Yeah, 8 more. You're at 21 health.
Awesome.
Oh, I don't think I did that.
You are at 21, probably.
Yeah, because I started at
28.
Cool.
I know Dravorkin did it.
You were there for mine.
Yeah, I saw you do it. You rolled a 1. He rolled a 1. It was beautiful. I ended up giving him extra though, because I'm not an asshole. Alright, so Inara has made it out with a piece of hide armor.
I can't believe that actually worked.
So what I'll have you do, just put in your items. Put leather armor. What the hell?
Of anti-petrification.
Yeah, anti-petrification.
I like naming items.
It's easy.
Oh yeah.
Yo, this wine is hitting me though. Delicious.
Like to hear.
Hide armor of not stone. That's good too.
That is a good one. I like that name. Actually, name that. All right. So at this point, is there anything else you guys want to do before you do a long rest?
I went outside to long rest in the woods because that's where I feel at home.
I did notice that you were outside. Guess you're outside. Language proficiency.
There, that'll work.
Hey. Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
Alright, man. See ya. Oh, thanks. Hey, I might buy.
Thank you for humoring me through that thing.
Okay.
No, you're good. Hey, anytime you guys want to do something that's like character specific, I'm always down. Love the role. Like I think making the voices and the random people, like making personalities in the world, is favorite parts of the game. Time you guys are down.
Always.
All right, so at this point, you all walk into the bar except for Adeline, and the barkeep goes, "Oh, my favorite customers! You know what? One night on the house for free." So he starts yelling.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. Also, 1 round on the house for everybody in the house. And he starts clapping his hands, and all the people in there cheer. They're very happy because they heard of your tales of going going into the underground tomb that the cult used to have their place. And so they've heard your deeds, and all the townsfolk are pretty happy that you've made the cult vanish from the town.
Renown plus 300 in this town.
Yeah, something like that.
And then I start singing good deeds done dirt.
Dirty deed. Oh, well, good deeds, yeah. So it's your
Good
version, yeah. So you start singing the song, and it's kind of like off tune and off pitch. And people start to kind of wince as you start singing. Yeah, and Martin, his character, sighs heavily, and he's like, So you're over here singing, "Ladies, under heat." You know, you're starting to yell.
The strings on other people's instruments are twanging and breaking.
Yeah. So, and that's when the barkeeper's, sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop.
Alright. Just give me a beer.
So he pours his finest
we all
ale.
got the free beer, right?
Except for Adeline, he's outside.
Yeah, he doesn't drink anyway.
That works.
Yeah.
So you're all round on the house. People are talking about what you've done for the fortress security. The normal civilians that are being protected, all they look at you with admiration.
Awesome.
I know, right? 2 natural ones. That's with advantage right there. That's what that roll does. That's funny as hell, dude.
Good thing it was here, though, and not in a more important time.
Yeah.
So Martin, hold on. So you're missing, like,
It's fine, but like, there's just random things that I don't hear for some reason. I don't know why.
Is my
Every
mic?
once in a while, Brady will cut out.
It was doing that for me earlier, but I just changed my internet.
I honestly think that's my mic.
I think it might be an internet thing. I don't know. I'm not gonna try to connect to a different Wi-Fi, but because I don't have one.
Yeah. Well, I just lowered my mic
I have a 5G
sensitivity,
and a regular one.
so it should pick up my voice a lot easier and not cut out in the middle of stuff. All right, is it cutting out when I start speaking or when anyone's talking?
I've only noticed it when you were talking, mostly because you're the one that talks the most.
Okay.
Ooh. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, as a DM, I would hope I talk the
That's-
most. All right, so
Yeah, so there's that.
at this point, nothing else is going to really happen. So you're all drinking, you're having a good old time. You see Alma as at the corner of the bar, and she sort of like winks at Dravorkin and points at him as you're all drinking your free ale.
Where are my keys?
And then the night goes on. The whole
Gives Dravorkin some bardic inspiration.
Oh. All right, Dravorkin, do you want to do anything with that bardic inspiration for maybe persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Do whatever it is you're gonna do, yeah, boy.
Okay. So she winked at me, right?
She did. She winked and pointed at you.
I can hear again.
Frederick. Did you see that?
I did, my friend. Why don't you go over there and talk to her?
Oh man, I don't know. I'm so nervous. What do I say? You're the bard here. You know this stuff.
I haven't had much luck with the ladies.
How would you like half an orc in you?
There you go. That'd be a great opener.
All right. I go over there. And
All right, you go to Alma.
I go to Alma and say, "Hey, so if you were a fruit, you'd be a fine apple."
She giggles and puts her hand over her mouth.
You like that one?
Actually, roll a or which one will? Do a persuasion roll.
Jesus Christ.
As
that's not bad.
she giggles, she starts to
Oh my
blush.
god.
So as she giggles, she starts to blush. She's like, "Oh, stop! Oh, stop it! You're a bad boy."
Yeah, you know, sometimes I get a little wild, you know.
Oh, how wild! Roll a persuasion check.
Looking blood.
All right, now explain your
I'd like to
story.
remind you that you have a bardic inspiration die if you want to use it.
Yeah, so it's a D6, right?
Let me check.
Or is it a D?
It's a D6.
So if you want to add a D6 after you roll something,
Okay.
so let me know and then I'll roll it for you because I have a die roller.
Okay.
You rolled a 10, and then you're about to
Yeah.
come out with your next line. Come on, Tony, you're trying to get laid here.
So you know, sometimes I just get wild and I just there was this time where me and my buddy Gork, me and Gork,
Work on.
we we climbed this tree and as a joke I was kind of a little tipsy on some mead, but I cut the branch he was on and he fell right on his face.
So she starts to
man.
giggle again and blush
Climbed
even
this
harder.
tree.
Such great times, such great times.
So she giggles, she covers her mouth again, and she's like, "You are so funny."
Or strange, you know.
Well,
Whatever.
thank you very much. I'll be here all night.
Roll persuasion.
Unless you leave with me.
Go ahead and roll your next line.
Oh, that was great.
Go ahead, Tony. What's your next line?
Oh,
I cannot wait.
great. I can't wait to find out how this works.
Can I buy you a beer?
At this point, her blush goes away, and she stares at you with daggers for eyes. I do not drink till we get my. Then she walks away.
Oh shit.
Wait, what?
That
Wait,
was
what?
a
Did I miss-
complete
Did I
180.
miss something?
He rolled a 1.
No, what was the sister part? Like, because my thing went out earlier.
Oh, she does not drink until she finds her sister. Are we clear? Walked away.
I'm sorry if I offended you.
That's fine. And then she walks out of the tavern.
Oh, God.
And then I look at my hand and I say, Crowley.
What do you want there, lad? You need some advice for the ladies?
Crowley, I don't know what I did, man. I did the step by step.
I'm almost certain that you're hearing my voice in your head there, boy.
Probably.
As you
I'm
look
just
at that seed, it's a normal ass seed, and you're like, hold on, I'm fucked up, dude.
I totally just pictured Ratatouille with the floating ghost chef that's
Yeah.
just a figment.
I could go with that, yeah.
Vegeta.
Oh, Vegeta. What, Vegeta? It's a Chaozu. I'm gonna catch a Chaozu, Vegeta. Alright. So at this point, nothing else significant's gonna happen. So we will complete a long rest for everybody. So your hit points should be at max now.
I would like to point out that so far today, he has rolled a 1, a 17, a 6, an 8, another 1, and a fourth 1, and a 2.
He's
So he should be good for
hopefully
the rest
these
of
are
the
all
next
his
session.
bad rolls. Hopefully. Now at this point, while I set up the story for the next part, if you want to change any of your prepared spells, now would be the time to do it. So,
all I have is one cantrip.
I know Adeline has 4 spells available, and really it would be
I
Drake.
need to check. check my thing.
Pretty sure
Hey, I'm
you
gonna
got
go
like.
get another beer.
And once you get back, I'll start.
I have a bunch of potential spells I could be using.
Well, yeah. So that's
I need to look at my
your spell
table.
spells known at first level are high.
The Bard, 3. Spells known, 6. 6.
No,
Yeah, okay,
6.
that's fine.
You got what you want for spells?
I do. Let's see.
You're a charm person.
Spell slots per level.
Should be 4.
First is 4, second is 2?
Yes.
I don't
So you
understand how
can.
many
So the
spells
slots,
are
the spell slots are how many times you can cast spells at that
Right.
level. So you can cast 4 level 1 spells. So you could cast the same one 4 times or like 4 different ones. Then your second spell, which you have heat metal,
Yes.
should have a second spell of level 2. Yeah, you should know 2 spells at level. Or no, never mind. My bad. That's how many spells. You got 4 and 2. That's good. Spell casting.
How many can I have prepared though? It doesn't. I'm not sure how that works. Right now,
You
it's
know
like-
4 first level spells of your choice from the Bard list. You learn an additional Bard spell of your choice at each level. So
Right.
you're level 3, so you should have 6 spells prepared.
I can just have all of them prepared.
Yeah, they're all prepared.
All right. We're gonna say they're all prepared.
They're all prepared. You're good to go.
That's fucking incredible.
Get.
Sorry for the viewers at home. You
What it-
potty mouth.
Oh no, my Twitch channel is set to mature.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
I keep forgetting that you stream this.
Oh, yeah. One of so while we were in Tony, are you back yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, while we were in Hawaii, what would you, Bill? Is Dan's a brother-in-law technically, right?
Yeah, he's a
Even though he's the one that married into the.
right.
Right. So Bill's brother and sister-in-law, I was talking to them at dinner once. They're actually gonna be joining us at some point. They just have to get settled and ready to play. I honestly forgot what we were talking about. Anyway, whatever. They're gonna be joining us in the future, so that'll be a good time.
Nice.
Yeah, they're very role playing.
And then that I remember now. They were they thought that my idea of streaming everything so that I have like pretty much video evidence of the whole like session was a better idea than writing everything down. Because Stephanie, she was talking about how the GM didn't write anything down, so in future sessions they'd be like, "Hey, what did we get from that one dude?" He's like, "I don't fucking know. What'd you get?"
Oh,
But
Oh god.
but now if you guys ask a question, like I could go back and look at it. All right, so morning comes. It's about 6:45. Alma is at the.
I have no idea how I got off the chat.
Well, you're back. So Alma is back at the front gate, and you guys all approach her. Oh, good. Hopefully you guys had a good night. And she sort of glares at Dravorkin.
I kind of like look down at the ground and then look out at the sky, like I don't really see her looking at me, but I feel her looking at me, and I'm kind of intimidated by it.
Makes sense. So she glares at you, and she's like, Dravorkin, let us just forget what I said last night. And at that point, she stops glaring at you. Shall we be on our way?
I feel like
Greg
a dog that's done something really bad.
I can dig that.
That's great.
All right, so we'll go back to the harbor now. So now from 7 o'clock to about noon, you've made it to the harbor. All right, so you're at the
They're
harbor.
still dead in there, right? We're letting them rot.
Yeah, I mean technically they are in there and they're rotting. So Alma goes, "All right, if you follow me, I have a ship that was prepared before we left." Starts walking towards the north.
Okay.
She was actually, this is the dock that she was on, if you recall.
Yeah.
When shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
Oh, I know why I can't do anything because I have the fucking.
You gotta figure it out.
All
All right, so it's going to be about 6 hours until we get to my homeland, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous. Haven't been there since I was a child. So let us get on our
Push my
way.
bro.
All right, so now ship set sail. Everybody roll a d.
Okay.
Rip.
No.
Balls.
So as we are
shit.
sailing, Adeline has just realized that he gets seasick. So
I've
you
lived in the forest all my life, so that makes sense.
so you're gonna lose 3 hit points before we get to our destination. Growing up.
Hey.
Damn. That sucks.
6 hours later, we have made it to the Elven Island.
Did me and Alma talk at all, or did we just not?
You want to
talk?
roll and talk to her?
You had
You
some
want
awkward
to
shit
talk to
going
her?
on.
It's okay. I'll let it.
She said she was gonna let it slide.
Yeah, but you know, game never stops. I'll wait a couple days before I talk to her again. That's how it works.
So,
Good plan.
being
That's
a
exactly how it works.
being a hermit, I'd like to look for some herbs on the island that will help settle my stomach.
All right. So as you land, you go ahead and do a perception. 13. All right. So as you look around, you see some ginger that's growing wildly to the right of that dock.
All right. Sweet. I'm gonna pick it and make it into a tonic with my herbalism kit.
Cool. You don't have to roll for it. You are able to do it. As you do that and you take a swig, you gain all your hit points. 28.
Yay.
Full health.
Awesome.
Hashtag herbalism.
Go. So, as you're standing there, Alma goes, "This brings back very bad memories."
Bad memories.
Well, obviously I lived here all through my childhood, and as a middle-aged adult, that is when we were attacked by Sicey army. So, as you can see, everything is left in ruins. The village is to the left side of the island, and the crypt of our ancestors to the right. Knowing Alanis, she would probably go to the village first to see if there is anything left, because we both have not been here since children.
Are we
Let's
sure that she cares that much about this village?
You can
That's
roll.
exactly what I was
More
thinking.
she seems more into, killing people.
Well,
Underground dungeon types of things, you know.
Yeah.
You may have your own assumptions of my sister, but I know her. Even though she is doing things that I had never thought. She'd care deeply about our people and our family.
I'm gonna trust the elf on this one because we didn't last time.
I'm just gonna say under my breath that someone might be projecting.
All right. So at this point, yeah, you can go anywhere on the island. The left side where you see all those huts, that's where the villagers live. The elven villagers. So if you want to go check that out, there is a crypt.
See if anything.
Right hand
Let's see if
side.
anything. Cool. I want to see if anything good is left in the huts, even though it's like old.
Yeah, and I have disadvantage to stealth, so I'm just gonna march right up to the big building.
Oh, were we supposed to be being stealthy? Oh yeah.
I don't know, but I
around
have
here.
disadvantage,
I'm
so
also going to march right up to the big building in hopes of finding storybooks
So
Yeah.
no, anything.
or history.
Same.
Alright.
Nobody gives a shit. Everyone just decide to walk.
So you walk up to the large building, and it only looks like a hut because that's the only. But it is actually like a well-defined elven sort of thing. So you walk up and you look. The door is wide open, and as you walk towards the top of the stairs, look inside and you see cultists.
Hey.
But they
Is it-
haven't noticed you. They are inside and they are looking around, pulling things off of shelves, flipping tables, all types of looting.
So is Alma just sort of like ignoring this?
Well, Alma is. Oh,
I guess she's not here with us, is she?
Alma did follow you guys. But she's at the bottom of the stairs, still walking up as you guys see these guys doing. Are y'all just gonna wait for her to get up to the top of
Yeah, I
the
was
stairs?
gonna say we should have everyone halt, or I put my hand up, and I suggest that we wait until they find what they're looking for and wait till they come out.
How big is the building?
Yeah, how big is the building? That's a good question.
So judging by
Is this the only entrance kind of thing?
about 15 feet by 15 by 10, not 15. We'll do 15 by 15. So it's a pretty large house. It looks like whoever lived here was the ruler of the island.
Is there more than one door?
The front door, and then there is a back door.
All right. Anara, do you want to sneak around to make sure, like, just in case we startle them, you can be at the escape if they try to escape?
Looks like that's a yes.
All right. So as she walks around the back, they are still rummaging through all of the filth and remains of what used to be a high elven civilization. What's next?
So I look at our companions over here and I say, "Do we go in or do we wait?" In a hushed voice. Do we go in or do we wait?
Go ahead and roll stealth.
I don't want to kill them.
I don't have stealth.
I'm not very.
Well, as a
Oh yeah, I do.
as
I'm
walking,
just like me personally.
Disadvantage is 5.
well, that's disadvantage to like stealth walking. This is more of a stealth talking.
Well, either
Oh.
way, then it's 6.
So imagine yourself in real life wearing headphones and trying to talk to somebody and speaking a little louder than you should. That's what you just.
Do you think we should barge in or wait?
And as you say that, you look back towards the cultists, and they're still just picking through.
Whew.
Martin, you can't hear us?
And he's gone.
Can you hear us
And he's
now?
back. Martin. Martin. Martin Sheen. Wait, I can't hear anybody. Is everyone else?
Oh,
going
no
to?
one was saying
Yeah.
it.
Oh.
Oh, you're trying to reach.
Okay.
Yeah, go do that. While he does that, I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick.
So a half orc walks into a club and takes 10 damage. Get it into a club.
You know what? While he does that, I need to go check on my clothes.
Can you hear me now? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
You guys.
Hey.
What was said? The last thing I heard was, "What do you guys want to do?"
The tiefling snuck around back, and I whispered, "Do you want to barge in or just wait?"
Back.
And it was a crappy stealth roll, but I still managed not to notify them.
They're
It's incredible.
yeah, they're throwing stuff around, so they can't really hear. So what
and we're
is?
still outside. So.
Yeah. Up to you guys. What do you do? Because they're gonna just continue rummaging.
Let's see. How will this? What does this do? I'm gonna check something.
Something your character can do.
I'm
How
all for
sturdy is this building?
barging in.
Oh, what?
Nice.
How sturdy?
30. It's made of stone. So there are bits and pieces that look like they were hit with bastilas, trebuchets, maybe cannon fire from a ship. But other than that, it's still in one piece.
So it looks pretty sturdy.
Yes. So as you guys are plotting on what you do, Alma finally reaches the tops of the stairs, and as she looks in, you see her mouth sort of drop, and her arms start to shake wildly, as if she's starting to go into a bit of.
Hey,
Wait, what did I miss?
I pull
Hey,
out my
Alma.
longbow.
My thing went out
Or
for a
not my
while while I
longbow,
was
my
getting my
sword.
clothes.
And I'm going to.
What are
ready
you gonna
myself
do?
for the attack?
Right, so you're prepping
Alma
yourself.
looks angry.
I'm gonna ask Alma,
Wait,
hey,
so
what's
can
going
they
on? Is everything okay?
still not see us?
Well, so Miranda, you're in the back, so you don't see any of this happen. So you're just at the back waiting at that door, and you're kind of just like,
Any of this happen? So can I see what's happening? Because I actually legitimately don't know what's happening.
You can't
internet
see
went out
it.
while I was getting my clothes.
Oh, gotcha.
More.
Yeah, you can't see it because you're not there. You're at the back side of the building, so you don't see that Alma is starting to get upset and angry. So you're kind of just at the back door, and whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it.
Quick question. Did
Yes.
you say the Saints won?
Yes.
Oh, that explains why my dad just said "Who dat" in all
Who
caps. to me.
that?
Oh. That's hilarious.
So-
I want to quietly open the door.
All right.
See
The
what's
lock
happening.
has already been destroyed, so the door is pretty much just on its hinges. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Okay.
All right, so you're able to open up the door and get inside without being noticed. You'll be right here, technically.
Okay, and I can see and hear.
Yeah,
everything
so
that's
as you
happening.
walk inside, it looks like a normal house, and you're hiding behind what looks like a couch.
Jesus. 19.
So, Tony, what was it that you were saying to Alma?
So I asked Alma, I said,
Okay.
hey, what's going on? Are you okay?
I am not okay. This is family's home.
Um,
And as she says that, she pulls out her short sword and her crossbow. We are going to have to
I'm gonna
kill
do
some people.
something.
What do you think they're looking for in there before we go kill them?
I don't care. They are rummaging my thing. As she says that, she walks inside and she shouts, "Hey, you bandits!" And they both look up, and she fires a crossbow at one of them.
Hear anything?
Can't hear it.
Oh, there we go. Now I can hear everything. Now I can hear again. Sorry, you guys weren't supposed to hear me say I couldn't hear anything. I thought no one could hear me at the same time.
Rip.
Yeah, right.
Alright, so
Alright,
she
continue.
shoots a crossbow, and it has advantage because they are caught off guard. But misses. That's when the cultists draw their short swords, and now everybody roll for initiative.
Awesome.
All right, time to get that good old initiative button.
Oh wow. Oh wait, I pressed the wrong button anyway. I forgot there was an initiative button.
You wanted to send this.
Wait, where is my initiative button?
The initiative button should be when you
Because I
click on
didn't
your
have it.
token in the top left.
Oh, click on my token. Oh yeah. Okay, that worked out better.
Rip. I rolled worse.
Well, hold on. You roll the 7. I'll give you. I can
Yeah,
check.
because it wasn't. It did. I only rolled because it just didn't let me. It didn't do the thing.
All right, so Alma gets to go first. So she walks up. Try to keep. So she walks up to the cultist and she pulls out her short sword and goes to stab the cultist. Macros. All right, so she takes a stab at the cultist and she hit this one
Awesome.
anyway for 6 damage. So takes it and stabs him in the right shoulder, and he sort of winces, and then he pulls out the sword, stands back with his. Anara, you're next, and you are
I'm gonna shoot.
hidden.
Yes,
So
I'm still hidden, so I have the sneak attack thing too. So I'm gonna shoot the one on the left with a crossbow from behind the couch.
right, go ahead.
Wow.
You get it. You get advantage. You hit.
Wow. That was lucky.
Yeah. So since you're stealth and they don't see you, you get advantage of the roll. And you hit
Okay.
them with 7 plus roll an extra d6.
An extra d6. Okay. Is that for my sneak attack?
Yes. All right. So
Awesome.
you're actually going to be able to kill this gentleman if you want a picture.
He's facing away from me, right?
He is. He's looking at an Alma.
So while he's looking away, it's actually just gonna pierce straight through his throat from behind, and he's not even gonna realize it.
So yeah,
It's gonna
as he
it's gonna
pulls
go
out
all
his
the way through.
scimitar, you point your hand crossbow and you shoot, and then it skewers his throat, and he kind of just gurgles some blood and then falls forward on.
Perfect.
Next is this cultist. So this gentleman is actually going to drop his scimitar, drop to his knee. He's going to say, "Please, please, I'm just doing what I was told." And he skips his turn.
Oh shit.
Now it is Adeline's turn. Bill, are
I
you
gotta
there?
turn on my mic. Hey, look
Yeah.
at that. I'm gonna grapple him.
Okay.
And while I do that, I'm gonna say, try and keep him alive.
Do an
I'm back.
acrobatics check for me.
Yay!
Acrobatic. Where's Oh jeez, come
Oh,
on.
shit.
So you go to
That's like my
grab
third
him.
one.
Yeah, you go to grab him, and as you pull him towards you, his cloak is so old that it rips from his body, and you have just pretty much taken off all his clothes except for his underwear. Now he's a naked cultist.
Start flirting with him.
So
I
he's
still got my message across though, so it's all good.
yes.
I think that's your job, Martin.
Yeah. Next is Fridrig.
So one's dead.
The
There's
one was
another one.
killed pretty much, and
He's naked.
the other one is in his underwear on his above his head.
And I just yelled, try to take him alive. And tore off his clothes like a sexy beast.
Oh, we're taking him alive. Is
That's
that
what I
right?
yelled. You can choose not to. That's what I yelled.
Oh, okay.
You could be caught up in the moment and slice him.
Yeah, he did take 9.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and bind him, I guess.
Are you gonna like a grapple, or you're gonna try to tie him up with rope?
Why are his hands in the air?
Because he dropped his sword and said that he doesn't meet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tie him up with rope. He seems like he's surrendering.
Go ahead and do an acrobatics check for me.
Just click my thing. Click my acrobatics. Where is it? Ooh.
All right. So you
This
walk
is
up.
low
Yeah.
rolls.
You walk up to him.
Do I trip?
And no, you didn't roll a 1.
I rolled the 1 for my other one.
That's it. If you had advantage, it rolls the 2. That way, if you have disadvantage or advantage, it already has them both rolled. But we take the 7. Your 7 is your natural roll. So you rolled a 7.
Yes.
You go up to him, and you can speak to him if you want while you tie him up.
So, what are you guys looking for? I'm gonna do this like very casually.
As you're just
trying to,
tying him up, you're like trying to make
you
small
know,
talk, sort of if you
not
were at the
get
barber
turned on by the
shop.
fact that I'm tying up someone naked and rope. It's
Please, please, I was
That's
just
great.
told by Alanis that there's something that she treasures in this house. The rest of us are looking in the other houses right as we speak. So far, no one has found anything.
Alma, is there something you can think of that?
Well, besides
You recall?
everything that we ever owned,
Okay, anything specific, particularly
there is a family heirloom that did open up the crypt. Otherwise, it would have to be forced open by smashing it in. Is that what you were looking for, cultist? And as you tie him up, he's like, I guess so. I don't know. Alanis doesn't tell us anything. We just follow her lead for whatever reason.
Well, what was it? What can you describe what it is she told you to seek?
Well, she did walk in here with us, and she took something from the door or from the room upstairs, and then she said, "Continue looking for something that has my sigil on it," and walked out. I don't even know what their sigil is.
So you're telling me he's pretty useless?
it
Yes.
sounds pretty useless.
So at this
I see
point,
him.
Alma says, "Well, if she went to her room, has what she this crook," and she takes her left hand, grabs his hair, pulls back his head, and stabs her short sword very slowly into his neck. And as he does, please.
Nice.
I love it.
I'm sitting there like,
Lick
oh,
the
that was
blood.
great.
So and then
I would like to kneel and wipe my finger.
wipe your finger on the blood. All right.
And smell it, taste it.
All right, so you go ahead and you wipe your finger
doesn't
and you
ever get
smell
old.
and taste it. Go ahead and just roll a constitution. So you taste it and your eyes brighten as you're like, oh, wheat.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So Alma, now standing before you, wipes her short sword clean and she, well, I would prefer if we could get all these cultists out of my village before we go looking for my sister.
Fair enough. All right. Cool. Time to go murder people.
Right?
Hell yeah.
We should head towards the crypt because that's their only way out. It would seem, right?
Oh.
Well, I
Just
mean, there's the
examining
dock.
I could
Island.
steal
There's the
our
dock
boat.
at the south side,
yeah.
and then the crypt is this thing over to the.
So I feel like we should go right here and then just start yelling for him. You know?
Well, they're
Well, I think like if
We could just go into each house and kill them.
yeah,
I'm
I
going
think
to
Yeah, I
I think we'll
suppose.
just go to each
right
house.
now.
They could
All
be
right.
I mean, it'll be a
on
little.
boat
Yeah,
or
I'll go into this
What?
house. Take a
We're
look.
all confident in our abilities to just go and kill everyone.
Right.
So as you are all going towards a house, Alma goes to the middle of town and she screams She screams bloody murder and just like a battle
Shit.
cry, like ah! But I'm not gonna get so loud that it deafens you.
What's our range here where we can stand? Because if so, then I'm gonna run over here, like I said.
Well, if she's gonna do that, I'm gonna just hide and wait for somebody to show up.
So anywhere within
I'm gonna hide in the
25
bush.
feet of Alma,
Where is she?
right in the center of the.
Okay, I need to move. I need to fix my screen a little bit.
So cute. Huh. So adorable.
So that's
Cute,
not
yeah.
25 feet.
As she screams, the cultists that were ransacking most of the home
Nice.
appear.
Next to me.
Yes. So they appear and they walk out on the doorsteps of each of the houses. So there are currently 6 of them. They walk out and they're like, Alanis? They say with question marks.
Ooh.
Yeah, sure. Totally Alanis. Yep. That's exactly who she is.
And at this point, Alma,
Right till she stabs one of them.
Alma is confused and she's like, which one of you was leading this party? I forget. That was me, ma'am. He walks up. As he walks up, he doesn't notice Dravorkin right next to him.
Incredible.
And she walks
It's the
up.
hoods.
And he asks her, what is it that you were searching for the thing you told us? Says, close your eyes for me 1 moment, please. Without hesitation, he closes her eyes. And at this point, she takes her left hand and sort of brushes his cheek, almost like she was flirting with him. And you can sort of see from afar that he starts to blush. And it's at this point that she draws her short sword and stabs it through his neck and says, you are all dead. And he dies. And now the rest of the cultists...
To see if Dravorkin's getting turned on.
Alright, go ahead and roll.
I have a big smirk on my face because this is just amazing.
Go ahead. Yeah, so you look over and Dravorkin's loincloth has risen a couple inches.
Hey.
Yes.
Alright, so at this point, everybody roll initiative.
Wow.
This is where you use makeshift weapon and
Yes. I am so in this right now.
Cool.
dang, some good rolls.
Alright, so hold on, which one of you? Alright, so Dravorkin wins. Alright, so Dravorkin, you're first.
Alright, can I reach these guys?
You'd be able to
wait.
walk over and hit him, yeah.
What about this guy?
Yeah, you can walk
Oh,
over
yeah.
and hit him.
15 feet.
Alright. I will swing.
Alright, so you swing at him, and because he was sort of stunned by what Alma just did, he's like, Alanis, why? And you swing and you hit him with Great Sword of Warning, which has 10 damage, and it will kill him, but no decapitation.
Alright, so as he's surprised, I run over there and like I kind of do like a up and to the left swipe on his chest, and it opens up his body, and like his stuff just kind of comes out.
Alright, I can dig that. So you up and swipe, and you can see his stomach sort of like flop out a little bit, a couple inches from his chest as it opens up a gaping wound. He does like a 360 somersault to the air before he hits the ground.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
I'll look to see if Alma saw me do that.
Roll perception. As you look at Alma, you can tell you see her with her short sword still in the cultist's throat as she grins.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I like it.
Fridrig. Rig.
All right, so I am going to jump. Right. So they're outside, right?
They're all outside, yeah.
And jump here. Let's measure things. 10, 15.
You can, because you can jump 30 feet with your ring, and
No, I'm gonna do something that, and I don't want to hurt Alma.
Don't hurt Alma.
So, as I'm going first of all, I'd like to preface with this. I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
yeah, that's
But
what I
as
was
am
thinking.
Jumping, as I am jumping, you hear you hear this.
The thunder.
Oh my god.
Thunder! Here's the
Yes.
thunder! Boom, boom! And then that's when
Exactly.
both feet land on the ground, I guess, right?
Yes.
And
Epic
then,
bard.
yeah, and then thunder hits. So go ahead and roll your thunder wave.
Buttons. Buttons.
All right, so deal 7 damage. Let me roll the save.
Thing with
They all fail their saves. They will all take.
yes.
They will take the 7 damage, and it pushes them back 10 feet, right?
Let me check. I have it.
That's what my Thunderous Smite does. So
It
I would imagine
is
Thunder
a
Blade
15
would.
foot cube originating from me. It's 2d8. Did it do that correctly?
Yeah, I rolled a
One
1 on one
plus
of them.
6. That's garbage. Anyway, yeah, 10 feet.
10 feet, so. So these two gentlemen that are by Onara, you actually hit them, and they both hit the side of the wall and then flipped over the house, which was only like 10 feet tall. One of them lands on a branch that penetrates his heart. He ends up dying from that.
That was definitely worth the
And
spell
then this
slot.
other man sort of like, he falls on his ass and gets up and sort of like, ugh. Imagine dragons, man.
Man, that's great.
All right, next is Adeline.
Okay, I'm going to move to here and smack the shit out of this guy. Or not.
Yeah, so you go up, and as you swing with your glaive, he sort of jumps back. As he jumps back, though, you hear a bush that's near him start to rumble, and then
It's
a
a wild boar.
dire wolf,
dire.
yeah, jumps out at him, and you can hear, "Arr, arr, arr," and he's like, ah, and he gets shredded by the teeth of the dire
It's a
wolf,
doggo.
and it destroys.
Okay.
He pretty much pounces on him. No one has a doggo.
Is it wild?
It is
Can I
wild.
roll a perception check on that?
Wild,
Oh, it is
yeah.
wild. I just know it's wild.
It's wild.
Oh, it's definitely.
Shit.
But
Where's Howley when you need him?
it pounces this man, and it starts chewing at his face, and then it grabs his throat, and then you can see blood splurt from this man as he
Nice.
starts to devour him. After he devours him, he looks at Adeline, and you can see through his yellow eyes the ferocity of the feral beast as he howls into.
So, question.
You hear
Oh,
four echoes of the howl as 4 more dire wolves pop out of bushes that are surrounding the place.
Question.
Answer.
Oh, fuck.
Where did he pop out from? Because if he entered my range, I have the Polar Master initiative attack.
Yes, but do you want to attack the dire wolf?
Do you want to attack the dire
Do you
wolf?
really want to engage that?
It's wild.
It hasn't attacked us.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
that's true. We have learned from the mermaids. Yeah, I'll just wait until it tries to eat me. I
Okie
suppose.
dokie. So this dire wolf right here is he is just chewing on the bones of this cultist that just he killed.
Oh shit.
As he does this, this other one runs up and joins in the.
Ooh.
These other two go next to Alma, and they sort of look at her as if they know her. Then they start feasting on the cultist that she has killed.
Oh, my heart. Ugh.
At this point, there's one cultist left, and it is Nara's turn.
There's 2.
Oh, there are 2.
And
Never
it's
mind.
actually, and it's what's her name's turn, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yeah, Alma. My bad. So Alma turns around, like, yes. Yes. She walks up to this cultist who's kind of staring at this other cultist, draws out her short sword and goes to attack him. And she hits him for 6. So she stabs him in the back, and at this point, when she stabs, it goes straight through his abdomen, and she brings close and whispers in his ear, but you can't tell what she's.
Oh shit.
And now it is Anara's turn.
And I guess I'm going after the last cultist. Since I'm next to him, I might as well just use my rapier.
All right, you'll hit him and you'll kill him, but it's no dismemberment. But you can stab out an eye or two if you want.
I want to stab out. Can I stab out both eyes?
Yes.
That's exactly what I want to do.
All right. Paint me a picture.
So, actually, not actually a stab, but more of a slash.
Okay.
Or a deep slash. So I'm gonna slash coming from the right, and you just see blood spurting all over the place from their eyes. From his
As he
eyes.
screams, eventually the lifeless body of the cultist falls before you, and now the grass around all the bodies turns. It is at this point that Alma withdraws her sword from the back of the cultist that she.
Ooh.
And then she looks at the dire wolves and whistles. At this point, you see all the dire wolves, their ears perk up, and they all come to her as if she.
I just sit there and go, "What the fuck?"
So at this point, she is petting each of the dire wolves as they all have their tongues hanging out and they're panting, because their thirst for blood has finally.
Cool.
At this point, Vorkin.
Oh no.
Vorkin. There.
Yeah.
You require wolf hide for your totem.
Oh.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yes. So, if you would like to try to take advantage of this situation of wolves just so happening to be here, and
Are these wolves are these wolves attacking her right now? Or
no, they
She's petting
they're
them.
yeah, she's petting them.
Yeah, you're about to ruin your entire relationship.
man, I'm gonna kill these dogs in order to. Oh.
No one said you had to kill them.
Oh, okay. So I just need their. What do I
You
need from them?
from what the or the player's handbook said, you need a lock of.
Ah.
Okay. So I. Fuck. Okay. I go up and I ask Alma. I say, "Hey, Alma.
Yes.
So I have this new skill that is pretty awesome, but in order to use it, I have to pretty much be like a wolf. But in order to do that, I have to have a lock of fur from from a wolf. So, would you be able to help me in acquiring some of this fur from the wolf?
I give Dravorkin bardic inspiration.
So as he's asked for this, Alma looks at the wolf towards the north side. She looks at him and speaks in Elven. The only person that can speak Elven is Adeline.
Hey.
So as she speaks in Elven, you see her look at the dog or the dire wolf and says, "Splinter, do you want to give this man a lock of your fur?" And at this,
You could just talk to them.
well,
Splinter.
yeah, but none of you can hear it except for Bill. Bill's the only one that is able to decipher what.
Translate it.
Nice.
As she says this, the direwolf sort of stops panting and tilts his head to the left, then brings it back to a neutral stance and starts panting again. At this point, Alma looks at Dworkin. "I think that would be acceptable. I will help you. Hold on." He reaches down for a lock of his fur and cuts it off with her short sword. And at that point, she holds out an open palm towards you.
Okay.
All right. So you grab the lock of fur, and at this point, she grabs your hand and reels you in close and says, "Use this, or I will turn these dogs on." And as she says that, she winks at you. then leaves your hand and starts walking towards the crypt. And then as she's walking, she sort of snaps her fingers in a specific rhythm. And at that point, all 4 of the dire wolves howl in the wind, and then they rush off into the brush.
When they do that in Elvish, I just say, "Well met, wolf."
At that point, before one of them escapes, then
Just, with like a nod.
so as this one is about to run away, he looks back at you, and he sort of he starts panting, and it looks like as if he's smiling at you. Before he turns around and starts running again.
Hashtag hermit.
Wow.
We don't have time to waste. Let us be on our way.
Yes. Let's go. Let's go, Alma.
Right.
So
Now you're
tempted to
approaching
go
the Elven
to the
Crypt.
Ooh.
Ooh, there's a map.
You're a map.
This looks like an excellent place for a
I'm a
fight.
map. I'm a map.
You look
Hey,
like an excellent.
Can I go tinkle real quick?
Yeah, go
I need
for
a
it.
Okay, I'm also going to go tinkle.
I'll go
Might as
for
well.
it. Good time for a pee break.
I've been training for this event.
I can dig it, dude. I might go make myself a drink while they're tinkling then.
Oh, jeez.
Actually, Splinter does need to get. I'll be right. Let's go get you food, pal. You hungry?
I return aggressively.
How aggressively?
Jumping in and yelling and singing demons or Imagine Dragon songs aggressively.
Awesome.
Jump!
I'm back.
Cool. Is everyone here?
I am.
Yes.
I exist.
Alright, so as you approach the crypt.
Oh, wait, I don't think Tony is.
I am.
Oh, never mind.
As you approach the crypt, you see Alanis with a couple of cultists at her back as they have finally opened up the crypt by using some sort of symbol that she placed on a pedestal, and the crypt opened. But it didn't open all the way because it's such crypt. So the cultists had to use sledgehammers to blast open the rest of it to get it to open all the way. As you approach the stairs to the crypt, you can hear Alanis talking. Make sure no one follows me, or else you're all dead anyway. Then she disappears as she walks down into. Then, at this point, all the cultists sort of take up a form to block any of the crypt.
Okay.
This is a bad idea.
Y'all wanna slash these guys out of the way real quick?
Go for it.
Well, do y'all? We don't need to talk to these guys, do we? I mean, is there any
Probably
information
not.
possibly get?
It doesn't seem like
Alanis
there's a reason
doesn't
to.
say anything to her minions anyway.
Yeah, we've definitely learned that.
I'm gonna go over here.
All right, I'm gonna
Stealthily.
go. I'm gonna.
Roll
I'm gonna
stealth.
Okay.
Stealthily.
Oops.
Stealth.
Right. So as you walk towards the side in the brush, they don't notice you. They're just looking out towards. They're looking at the.
I'm gonna be here.
Okay. I'll also stealthily go over here and flank them. I'll be over here as well.
Go ahead and roll stealth.
Where's my stealth?
If you roll anything less than 13, you're a fraud.
Shut up. Oh, just barely.
So
Wow.
they also don't notice you.
All right. Adeline, do you want to approach these guys with me?
Yeah, I will. I don't see anything on how many times I can do my channel divinity.
It should be 2.
Is it 2?
I believe so. Paladin.
I don't see it in any of them specifically, so I.
What do I even have?
Your oath.
Combat inspiration.
You must. Oh, when you use your channel divinity, you choose which option to use. You must then finish a short or long rest to use your channel divinity.
Okay.
So
it's
you
just
can only
once
use
per
it. Yeah,
rest.
it's once per.
Okay. Where did you find that?
If you type in paladin,
Oh, you did it in that thing. Okay. Never mind.
it's probably it should be in the player's handbook.
Right.
As
Yeah,
you guys are
it's umbrella.
stealthing around, though, the dire wolves have taken position at the back of the. And you guys are able
Sorry,
to
didn't
see
mean to do
them
that.
because they are allowing you.
Convenient.
I don't feel like we need them with only this many people, so this is not good news.
So, let's doing
Initiative.
anything?
Nope.
No? Alright, go ahead and
Well, if
roll,
no one else is doing anything, then
roll initiative unless anyone.
Well,
do-
yeah.
You can do a
me
sneak
and,
attack
Me
and
and Adeline, we were gonna.
I was gonna sneak attack, but
Are you gonna like intimidate them with your
No.
hugeness?
We
I was
could
just
attempt
gonna. I was just gonna say, hey guys.
to. Take
for
me
it.
to your leader.
you can go do that.
Actually, yeah, I do want to intimidate them. I want to say, hey, come here, come here,
Alright,
boy.
My life is great right now, apparently.
wait, dude. Hopefully it's like that later on.
Yeah, it's only going to be 20s for like the unimportant rolls. I
Right.
guarantee you.
Okay, so if you want to intimidate them, go ahead and roll for it.
Average.
So you say, come here, boys.
Yeah.
Alright, so as you say that, the cultists kind of look at you and they're like, we're not boys, we're men. And at that point, you hear all the dire wolves howl and pounce on each one of them. They all bite their throats out.
Nice.
Well,
Good
they
distraction.
could have left some for us.
And as the
Thank-
wolves sit there, they each take a body, start dragging it towards their home, as if they
That's
haven't eaten in
savage as
months.
hell.
They're all just casually dragging these bodies.
Do we even need to
Well,
roll for initiative, or
so much for
No.
that stealth.
I'm gonna sniff the blood that they left here.
Blood is kind of just. So as you sniff the blood, you sniff.
smells like dog?
Yeah, it smells like that of dog slobber and cowardice.
Ah,
And
cowards were here, guys. Cowards.
Coward.
All right, so at this point, what else do you? You
Well,
just
I guess
descend
we're
into the
going
crypts.
Wait,
Yeah,
I'd like to
I
roll a
guess-
perception check real quick.
Go for it.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Right. What are you looking
Looking for
for?
traps.
Any traps?
Yeah.
So as you look around, you can tell that everything that has been stepped on recently, if it was booby trapped, it would have been.
All right. That bitch has gotten us before, so you can't be too sure.
that bitch.
Mhm.
Gotta make sure.
Don't forget, I
that-
have like a passive thing where I can find them anyway.
Oh, good. I did not know that. After you, then, Tiefling.
Want to make
Alright.
sure. For some reason
Descent.
it's
Journey into the dark.
there we go. All right, cool.
Speaking of the
It sure
dark,
is dark.
All right, so you walk down and it's very dimly lit crypt. Obviously, hasn't been main. What you can tell. You guys want to rearrange yourselves in whatever fashion. Exploring the darkness.
Okay. I think we all have like dark vision anyway.
You do.
I don't.
oh, who
Oh,
doesn't?
you don't?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I didn't see anything like that on the
Being a dragon?
thing.
Take a look.
So as you walk down your divine sense, you can feel a sort of darkness that inhabits this place, Adeline.
Okay.
And it is darkness unlike you've ever witnessed.
Dang.
And then I can also detect the specific place of any place that's been desecrated.
So as of right now, nothing has been desecrated.
All right.
It feels as if whatever evil is here has been here for a longer time.
A long, long time.
I'm gonna light a candle.
All
But
right.
I haven't located any of the fiends or undead within 60 feet.
No.
Okay. No.
I have a hooded lantern if we want to use that.
I like my candle.
Okay.
I have a bullseye lantern if I really wanted to use something better.
Okay. Then I'll just stick with what you have. I don't really need it.
Just fiends and undead.
Actually,
That doesn't
Wait.
include the cultists.
you know what?
You
Yeah,
said
I'll
it's-
go ahead and use my lantern.
You said it's dimly lit?
The whole crypt, at least at this point, dimly lit. It looks like some torches are on the thing, but on the walls, but they were just recently lit, so they haven't their full potential.
Oh,
Got it.
So everybody except for Fridrig. Oh, I said it right.
The first time.
Nice.
Dragon.
Fridrig is able to see perfectly, at least within 60 feet.
And there's
Which-
just this
Awesome.
door right here.
Yeah, so there's a door right there, and then I guess actually, Alma.
The 60 feet.
So as you ascend into the crypt, Alma goes, burial place of my. Never been down here before, so anything that surprises you will surprise me surely. Let us be careful.
Why have you never been down here?
Well, none of my family had died during my lifetime. Packed and driven away from this.
Love
Oh,
you.
okay.
Mm,
All right, so which way do you guys
So
want
which
to go?
way are we going?
Alma is pretty much just following you guys, so she won't be making any of the decisions.
So
I
this
say
is the
we-
door right
It's her
here.
crypt.
Check the door.
Check that door.
do you aggressively check the door?
No,
Oh, I
I'm
thought that was
saying,
the door
is
we
that a
came
door
in.
right there?
Isn't that the door we came in?
No, we're on
Oh, you-
stairs.
So,
came-
yeah,
we
y'all
came from
are-
the stairs.
Oh, we're on stairs.
We were
Okay.
on the stairs.
Got it.
All
I
right.
think it's supposed to be the other way around, though.
So, let me check that door, make sure there's no traps.
Like the way you have the stairs oriented, that looks like you're stepping down.
It does.
Well, yeah. I didn't make this.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just
Fair
like
enough.
some image you got, right?
Yeah. So they're donjon.com. It made this map randomly.
Oh, it makes it
Oh,
randomly.
cool.
Yep. So this is the only. We're the only people that have played on this map that I've created.
Nice.
Awesome.
Now all the shit that I put in it is all my creation.
Can you actually like send me a link to what
Yeah.
you used?
Definitely.
So, I want to check this door to make sure there's no traps or anything,
All right. Go
and find out
ahead.
if it's locked.
You
While
do
she
have
does that, I'm gonna
advantage.
peek around the corner.
As you peek her, or as she's doing that, you peek around the corner.
Just poking my head around. Boink. Excellent.
Oh, look, another door.
Another door and then a way. So you look at the door, and as you're inspecting it, go ahead. How do you inspect it?
Hold
One
on,
of
my
the things
mouth's
I've
full.
learned. You're fine. Like, do you just sit there and look at it, or do you take like your dagger out and you poke at
Actually-
it? How do you do?
Actually, poke at it in certain places, and
Why?
I run my hands over certain pieces of it just to make sure, just lightly, not enough to like trigger anything.
Okay, so
But over like the edges of the doors and inspect the doorknob and everything.
gotcha. So as you're looking around, you're sort of moving your hand across. On the left-hand side where the lock is, notice a very fine that is attached to the lever, and it goes up towards the ceiling. As you sort of look up the ceiling, you see a guillotine sitting there, positioned, waiting for the string.
Snap the string.
So I'll pull out my scissors and
You have
cut that
scissors?
string. Yes, I
Yes.
do. It was
Regular
in my burglar's pack.
Delicately cut the string.
All right, so you
In a
sort
way that
of
does not shoot me.
so you stand back a couple feet, and then you take your scissors and you extend them at your full reach. Snap. As you snap, you withdraw your hand as the guillotine blade shink comes down and stabs into the floor, and then rests there.
Awesome.
So about this door.
Yeah. So after you snap the string, you go to push the door, and it won't budge. You look at the lock, and it's not locked. It seems to be stuck.
Step. Javorkin.
Whoa.
Hey, you big O. Open this door.
It is a wooden door.
It's stuck.
Oh, it's not stuck.
By the way, Dravorkin,
Trying to drink some water here.
as Dravorkin wields his great sword, it is glowing blue.
Oh, hey.
Uh-oh.
That's
So
within
that-
60
So
feet.
there's something
So that means
else
that
wrong
there
with
might
it?
be enemies on the other side of this door, guys. But it's okay.
Yeah, I forgot about his great sword. I forgot about that.
So, what do you want me to do?
You can either do a strength check to try to pry the door open, or you can attack the door and try to bust it open.
Charge through.
I'll just do a string check.
Alright, cool. So you sit there and you take, or you're going to open the door. Tell me how you want to. You're going to end up doing it very loudly, though.
Okay. Is there a knob, or is it like a handle?
It's kind of like a handle, but the whole door is kind of stuck. Like one of the hinges
out.
has rusted to where it's now tipped to where you can't move it at all because of it.
Okay. So, I just simply take my palm and I like shove it at the rusted hinge area, and I just like shove it open with my palm.
Right, so you sort of stand there, you taking a breath. As you do that, you exhale. You open your eyes in ferocity as you force palm the shit out of this door, bursting it open. And as it bursts open, you can see into a room.
So does the door actually
Yeah, the door is.
fly back on its hinges?
Yeah, it flies back on its hinges. Your roll wasn't good enough to make, like, to where it didn't
Flew out.
like fly off.
What are these things?
Those are barrels.
Okay.
Hashtag
Wait,
initiative.
hold
Oh.
on.
Here comes the music.
Better. Yeah, I like this one. All right.
That's
As
awesome.
the door flies open, two cultists are standing on the door. They're like, "Ah, she was right," and then they draw their scimitars and roll initiative.
Yeah, there it is. We're back.
Wow.
At 4 though. Oh, where's Alma? Damn. All right, so Anara's first.
First makes sense.
Well, I'm not even gonna run in there. I'm just gonna shoot from where I'm
Hey,
at with
smart
my
choice.
crossbow.
All right, go ahead and fire. That will hit for 8 damage. It won't kill him, but you can shoot him anywhere that's not vital.
Okay,
Actually, which one are you attacking? The top or bottom
Oh,
one?
the top one, because that's the one I can see in my line of sight.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna shoot him in his hand, the one that's holding his scimitar.
Okay. So as he's drawing his blade, his hand sort of gets right in front of his face before your crossbow bolt pierces it, making him drop his sword on the ground and sort of scream in pain as he drops to it.
Awesome.
At that point, it is the cultist's turn. The one that you just shot is going to bend down and grab his scimitar with his left hand, and he's going to just stand there. The other dude is going to... He's going to shout, "Destroy the barrels at all costs!" And he's going to attack this barrel. He
That's
will hit
fishy.
it, but he won't destroy that barrel. Adeline, your turn.
30.
Now we know to kill them quickly.
Excellent. All right, so I can go to here, and I'm gonna attack the second guy.
The one that's not been hit yet.
Yeah, the one that's attacking the barrel.
Okay.
From through the other one?
I think I can do that. I have a two-handed.
Technically,
Technic-
yeah, as like a stabbing
like-
motion, he can stab over his shoulder because he can
Or
reach from
by the side of him, because it's a 5-foot wide square.
Wow.
It will hit and it will
Shit.
kill him. No decapitation.
I just poke him right through the throat while he's distracted.
Okay, so he plunges his scimitar into the barrel, and as he's trying to pry it out, you stab him in the throat, and he.
Yeah, pokey, baby.
Next is Alma, who is going to take her crossbow, her hand crossbow, and shoot it at the other guy.
From there?
Yep.
Same principle.
So she shouts "duck" and then shoots the crossbow as you all duck, but she misses,
Yeah.
and then it ends up hitting the wall behind the cultist. And at that point, she just runs in, stands right there. You're
Now
working.
you wanna-
I come up. One, two, three. Yeah, right here. And I will attack homeboy. There.
All right, that's gonna hit and kill him. No decapitation.
All right, so I come across Adeline, and as I come across, I just two-handed just stab him right through the chest, like skewered, like
Okay.
a hot knife through butter, and I just come right back out with it, and he just drops down.
All right, beautiful.
Hashtag.
Destroyed.
And the bard didn't get to do anything.
It's fine.
Yeah, hashtag barbecue.
Yeah, if you want to start a
Really?
barbecue, you can try. Someone's got a tinderbox. I saw. I think that.
I have a tinderbox.
Me.
Yeah, tinderbox.
Me too.
All right, so
I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all don't want to eat humans, so.
I
I don't want to
mean,
eat humans.
I
I'm a
might.
dragon. I
But
probably
I don't know
don't
about
care.
you guys.
I
I'm
might
only
just out of revenge.
half
Human
human,
different.
so maybe.
Maybe. All right, we
Leans
might
a
have a
little bit of the
barbecue
human.
going, guys.
If I were
Hey,
Like,
desperate.
humans are assholes
It's
to
like
me.
chicken,
Fuck
man.
that.
It's like alligator and chicken mixed, you know?
Ew.
All right. So now that you've killed them, who has the highest?
14.
I walk in dramatically.
All right. So Anara and
Playing a song,
Adeline.
right?
Nara and Adeline, go
Yes.
ahead and roll a perception for me. Y'all have the highest perception.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah,
Wow.
Oh damn.
So you're
Both of
looking around the room. You see these barrels are filled with potion bottles that you've seen before. So you
Oh,
automatically assume they're the potions of transformation again. As you look around some
Okay.
more, the north wall has some runes carved into it in Dwarvish.
We don't have a dwarf with us because he left. Oh. Let's see. Can I investigate these bottles closer?
Yeah,
Just in
sure.
case.
Go ahead and do a insight check.
Okay. Wow. Fail. Cool.
So as you look at the
Maybe not.
bottles, they are filled with the exact same liquid of the bottles that you currently hold. Each barrel, except for the one that was attacked already, has 2 bottles in it. The barrel that was attacked only has 1 because the other was shattered.
Okay.
I will take 2 of them and put them with my other 2.
I guess I'll take one.
Yeah, I can take a couple if y'all need me to carry stuff. I already have 3 though.
Yeah. So as you guys are doing this, Alma watches as you do this, and then she also notices the runes on the wall. She walks up. She places her hands on them and closes her eyes as she touches them. Like, ah, yes, Dwarvish. The sword is cursed. Whatever could that mean?
Well, it sounds
What
like the sword
sword?
is cursed.
Well, we have to find this cursed sword. Duh.
Huh. Well, keep
I'd
your
like to
eyes
roll
open.
deductive reasoning.
Go for it, I guess.
I'm just kidding.
All right,
The
so
sword is cursed.
sword is cursed. That is
There's
what
a
the
sword
runes say.
that has a curse.
So at that point, you have taken everything that is of worth in this room. Obviously, I know you want to loot the bodies. The cultists only have the robes and
Yes,
scimitars.
Of course they did. Never mind. I already have a robe and I already have a scimitar. So
You'd like 5
Um,
scimitars.
yeah, I want to check out this door over here.
Go ahead and roll perception.
If I can find it.
Actually,
Put up your loot. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So you look through the door, and as you're running your hand, you don't feel any strings, you don't feel any pressure plates, anything like that. So you instinctively take the handle and try to open it, but it won't budge, as if it's stuck.
I do have an advantage on the perception, so
Yep,
does that
that's the same.
still the same? Okay. And you said stuck. It's not locked.
It's stuck, not locked.
Okay.
Gevorkin.
Yeah. Hey. So I'm gonna need you to knock this door out again.
Is my sword glowing?
Come on,
Uh,
muscles.
currently no.
No?
I'm gonna stand here.
Alright, guys.
Seems like a good place to stand.
Just in case.
All right,
Did you
so
open it?
you do. So you sat there and grabbed the handle, and you sort of shake it, not using it. And after that, you sort of like, you can see as the rage blows out your nostrils as you jerk it really fast with your arm and pull out the whole handle, and then the door just swings open on it.
Wow.
As
Well-
you do that, the next room is revealed to you.
More cultists? What?
Surprisingly, no. What?
I aggressively walk in.
Aggressively.
He's tired of not being able to help.
So this right here is a dumbwaiter. It's one of those like gates that you can see through, but you have to lift
Can we
it
fit
up.
in it?
No, you have to
lift
open.
it up.
Yeah, you gotta lift it
I
up.
open the dumbwaiter with mage hand.
I want to lift this one up quietly. Just
Oh.
in case.
Alright, so
On the other
So that's a thing I can do.
mage hand. What is the? Is there a or a weight requirement that has to
I
meet?
have no idea. Let me look it up. Mage hand.
All right, so Anara, you said you wanted to lift up that one on the left.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead and roll a strength check.
10 pounds.
Wow, that strength.
All right, so you sort of crack your fingers in front of you as you get ready. You squat down to your knees and you put your hands underneath the dumbwaiter. As you lift up, you hear a crack, but it is not of the dumbwaiter; it is of your back.
Awesome.
And you have a sharp pain that you lose 1 hit point from improper movement of the dumbwaiter.
Failing to stretch before.
As you cast your mage hand, Martin, you watch as it grabs the dumbwaiter, and as it tries to lift up, it all of a sudden just vanishes and sort of looks as if something too heavy for it to lift.
So Dravorkin, Adeline, y'all are gonna have to open these.
Yeah.
Try. I'm not going to.
You want me to open what door
Look
now?
at Dravorkin and this dumbwaiter thing.
Is my sword glowing?
Where you're standing, no.
All right, I will. Have you percept this door for like any kind of traps or anything?
No, I did not. Let me do that.
Her passive perception didn't check anything out.
Oh yeah, that's true. I do have a
So
thing
it's
where it'll
probably
like,
fine.
yeah, it's probably
All
fine.
right, cool.
Okay, so you are able to lift it. So as you lift open the dumbwaiter, see that there is
Just an entire room?
just this nice little square, this 5-foot room. It looks as if it's a storage closet. You see a broom and a mop.
Well, that was useless. Okay, do this other one.
This one or this one?
That one.
This
That
one? Okay. Did you percept to see if this one has any traps or anything?
Does it
Passive
surf?
perception.
I don't know if it's perception or is it perception?
It is perception.
For her, yes. So as she inspects it, there's nothing out of the ordinary. It's just iron dumbwaiter. And you are able to lift it up with one finger.
Rest in peace,
Meanwhile.
mage hand.
As you do
Keep
it,
my back.
Alma kind of blushes.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. So, do we go through?
Ultra stud.
Do you?
So, let's do it.
Sneaky, sneaky.
So I'm gonna look up and down these halls then. Oh, cool. So if we gone through that door, it would have gone the same way. This looks like it. This little area right there. Oh, there's nothing
Hey,
there.
look, nothing. I explored.
Cool.
Is there nothing?
Stealthily.
There is nothing.
Just checking.
Oh, so this helped us get past these doors without having to worry about them. Nice. That's nice.
This looks like
I
a
bet you
good
they were
setup for
booby
a trap.
Well, I bet you those doors were booby trapped.
Yeah, that's fair. This is the way the cultists got through.
Dravorkin, your
Okay.
sword starts to glow.
All right, guys. Hey, guys. My sword's glowing. I
Hey, your
feel like
sword's
there's
glowing.
some Dementors on
Hey,
the
look,
other side.
his sword is grown.
Some more mentors. Should we sneak from now on then?
If you want, roll a sneak,
Yeah, why not?
but everyone has to roll it.
Sneak. with-
Adeline has
Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah. 5.
Yo, Tony, I'm feeling the same way, my man. That wine fucking got me, dude.
I I got like 6 beers on my table right now.
I've been drinking Hawaiian Punch, so
I can
Hell
dig
yeah.
that. Is it the red one?
yeah.
By the way, y'all aren't quiet at all. Clunky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ching,
they
chong,
aren't.
chong, chong.
Yeah, I'm just
Clink,
dealing
clink,
with it,
ching,
even
ching,
though I'm all
clink.
quiet.
Dvorkin's quiet.
You know. All right, I'm gonna percept this door.
Right,
Yeah,
go
you
ahead,
perceive
roll.
Get out. I will.
Perceive.
I will.
All right.
percep it.
So as you're looking at
I
it,
have advantage.
yeah, you do. Yeah. So you're looking at it, and it's just a simple, large wooden door that is locked.
It's locked.
It is
Okay,
locked.
I'll use my thieves' tools.
While she's
on.
doing that, I'm gonna
Hashtag
do
not anymore.
divine sense again.
As you. Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
his
have
divine
4 of 'em.
sense. All right. So
I really
your
don't know what to do.
head starts to throb because you can feel that the darkness has grown closer to your location.
Awesome.
But I can't identify it yet. Bummer.
You identify. Hold on.
What's
Can
the
you?
location?
You know the location
the
of any
location of
fiend
any-
that is not behind total cover. Door counts.
Oh, it does? Well, then I don't want to cast it right in front of a door. I
Okay.
take back.
Yeah, that's fine. you can have
Take it back.
you can have your mulligan.
Take it back.
All right, so
I used my thieves' tools earlier to unlock it.
yeah, it was a 22, and it did open. So it opened up.
Okay. I'm gonna. Oh, okay. Is that the full room?
Yes.
Okay. Making sure, because I've been had before.
Are you
Is that another dumbwaiter over here?
It looks like it.
That is yes.
Okay. Hey, Dvorkin.
What up, though?
Did you want to do
Another way-
divine
another
senses?
dumbwaiter.
Well, there's another door, so there'd be no point.
Okay.
I wanna percept this dumbwaiter before I have Dvorkin do anything.
All right. As you're
Okay.
looking at it, you notice that there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay. Alright.
Whoa?
Dvorkin grabs the dumbwaiter and opens it.
Aggressively.
With this finger again?
I used 2 fingers.
What was that?
That's not creepy at all.
Alright.
As you are walking down that hallway,
Uh-oh.
where'd it go?
This
Yeah.
hallway special.
Yeah.
This one. in
A
particular?
nice
Apparently.
you are
What is
greeted
that?
by a specter who was invisible at the time but has since revealed itself to you and goes to attack. So everyone
I
roll
say hi to the
initiative.
spectre.
How?
I
What
greet him
the?
friendly.
Can it get hurt by physical attack?
You'll find out.
God. I'm
I
scared
have
now.
rolled an 11.
Why
I
is
did
your
not
thing
select
not
my
going
token.
on?
I did not select my token before. I
Okay,
rolled.
that's fine. Because I can add. Where's Alma?
I attempt to befriend this spectre.
Well, Alma's first. So Alma draws out her short sword and goes to stab the specter.
There's no friends here.
Cool. And as she goes to stab the specter, it goes straight through its body, and it sort of winces a little bit, as if it hurt, but not very much. Almost as if it was stung by a bee.
Oh,
So it did take 3 damage.
Maybe.
It could have.
maybe.
So it goes through, but only deals half damage, maybe? Quarter? 3/4?
Something.
It looked like it got hurt, so let's swing at it. Yo.
All right, next is Anara.
I guess I'm dashing over here to
First, I just had this
you
mental image of
to
all of us around the specter swinging and doing nothing while it winces.
rapier it.
Okay, so you go to stab at it with your rapier, and as you stab right through it, it goes straight through its body, and then you retract your rapier, and it sort of floats and turns around to you and sort of stares at you in the eye, as if nothing.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Next is Adeline.
Right. Well. Oh, actually, you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to cast Divine Smite.
All right.
Oh wait, I have to hit first. Hold on.
Yeah. That'll hit.
And then Divine Smite.
It'll be 9 plus.
1d8 for each spell slot. So,
Hold on. The extra damage is 2d8 for a first spell slot, plus 1d8 for each spell slot.
oh, 2d8. Right on.
So you're using one of your spell slots?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Go ahead and 2d8, so 12 damage, plus 9.
Plus the 9.
Holy shit!
So as you... and you've got your glaive, okay. So you come in with the glaive, and Divine Smite, does it take... It doesn't
Damage
require a
increases by
chance.
1d8 if the target is an undead or a fiend.
Okay, so roll another d8.
One more d8. Yeah,
That was
buddy.
technically an end. What the hell?
Well,
What the hell?
Alright,
that's
so
damage.
your Divine
That's like
Smite...
28 damage.
So as you go in with the glaive, you slice through it, and your sword or your glaive, the sharp and pointy end, goes through it. And as it's going through, you see retribution flood your eyes with a blinding light as you smite the target. So midway through its body, it starts to scream as if it is bearing unholy pain that is never felt before in its life as you smite it to death.
Do I get erect?
Yeah.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
I certainly do.
You just smited the shit out of that specter.
So, does it like just disappear, or does it have like a ghostly body death
It
thing?
disappeared.
You're
So it
asking if it
vanishes
has
like mist, sort of.
Maybe.
Just diminish it. There's no loot on the dead corpse.
So I only have 2 spell slots remaining, just so y'all know.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
That was
because you did do a
work.
I have
did do a
5
divine.
spell
That
slots remaining.
Amazing. That's 29 damage in one go.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, so, oh yeah, hold on. You did look down this hallway.
Yes.
All right,
Cool.
so next door.
Percepting this door.
Wait, that's it? Just a specter thingy? That...
Yep.
Well, that's all.
Oh wow. Wow.
Well, you got advantage, so
Yeah.
fine. But you,
Still,
it's just a locked
that would've been
door,
awkward.
just like the last one.
Awesome. Then I will beast tools this again.
Okay.
Awesome.
So you pop your pick lock in there, and the lock pops right open.
Alright. Oh, is that the full
Again,
room?
Walk in aggressively.
Alright, go for it.
I like that attitude.
Let's check out this
Now
glowy
walk forward
door.
more aggressively.
What does this glowy door have to do with anything?
Go ahead and do a perception. Right.
Nailed it.
21. So as you're looking over the door, you see that there is a special rune that you can't quite identify that is on the center of the door. As your fingers run across it, it glows a light purple hue, but does nothing.
Hey, Adeline, you can tell if things are, evil, right?
I suppose, does that count? Let me see. Where is... It is.
We don't have anyone who's like really good at.
Something.
We don't have anyone who's really good at magic, huh? Or runes.
No.
Shit.
It's got to be a strong evil.
So as you're looking at it, Adeline, you look at the door, and it looks as if there's nothing that's really going to happen. Touch this. It doesn't
What
seem.
language is the symbol in?
It is in the arcane.
Oh, okay. We should ask our elf friend, who's really old, if she can read this.
Yes.
She looks at it, and as she looks,
In her family crypt, you know?
Oh no, right?
she looks, and why does that say Alana? Alma, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Um,
Anyway,
It's
she
not the
looks.
same.
Yeah, she looks at the rune. I've never seen this symbol in my life before. I'm sorry, I'm not good with the arcane. I've always relied on this crossbow and short sword to defend myself. Never really thought too much of myself as a magician.
Now I'm disappointed that I didn't become an arcane trickster. Okay. Is it regularly locked as well, though?
It is locked.
Okay, I guess I'll make an attempt to unlock it. See what happens.
All right.
I like that attitude.
Thieves' tools.
Oops.
All right. So you stick your thieves' tools in there, and as the lockpick enters the keyhole, a barrier of some sort bends the lockpick, breaks it.
Rip.
And
Wait,
then,
wait. Does that mean I don't have my lockpick
well, no, you have a backup.
anymore? Oh, okay, cool.
So you do this, and at that point, a skull figure sort of emanates from the rune. It says, "The curse has not been broken." Then it vanishes.
Oh hey, maybe it means the curse on the sword. We should go
Whatever
explore
the fuck
things.
sword is. Alright.
Explore the
I,
strange.
I look at the skull and say, "Silence, my brother."
Okay.
As you try to say that, it vanishes. And
Oh, it's worth a shot.
Alright, well, let's
This
check
looks like a
this
choke
out.
point. I
Actually,
stare
let's check
at
the
this
store.
square.
I wanna check this door.
stare at it.
Okay, I guess I'll check the store.
All right.
Maybe there's something in it. It looks like a closet.
All right. So both of you look, and Fridraig sees a normal-esque tile, and Anara sees a normal-esque door.
Nice.
Not locked.
Is it it's an unlocked normal
It
ass
is an
door?
unlocked normal-esque.
Awesome. Okay, I guess I'm walking through it.
And you walk into another broom closet.
Why did I?
God fucking.
Why do they need broom closets in a crypt?
To
Alright.
wipe the bones? I don't know.
Can we not open this?
Well, you haven't
Alright,
tried
let's
yet.
This door.
That one? Alright, so as you're looking at that door, there's nothing special about it, and it's locked.
It's a broom closet.
I swear to God, if it's another fucking.
I want to open it. I know, right?
I'd
You're
like
gonna
some
open
loot.
it?
Yes. Opening
Alright.
it quietly.
Alright, so you open it, and it reveals a hallway.
Okay. Alright, guys, do we want to keep going down this hallway, or do we want to check the other door too?
As you look down that hallway, you notice the torches on the side haven't been yet lit in hundreds of years.
Oh, so she hasn't gone down this way.
There could be loot down there, though.
There could be loot, but I
Alright.
think that golden door is the golden nugget.
So do we want to go look for loot down here, or want to keep going after?
Being
Oh,
hardy
nice.
and chainmailed, I'm gonna loudly and clunkily just quickly run through the whole thing looking for loot.
Alright, I'll follow.
I'm gonna stare aggressively.
Is this another, like, hallway down here?
This is another.
Awesome.
Okay, so I reach the dead end and come back. Obviously, no one's been here for a long time. Do I see any treasures of any kind?
Do not.
That is a very, very long hallway.
I need to turn this thing. You said he hasn't come down this way? Uh-oh.
Yeah, all the. And you
These are
have
the
a
crypts.
you have a candle lit, right?
These look like they're going to.
Yes.
Yeah.
I sure do.
He
I sure
does.
do. Still.
He does. I
'Cause
don't.
I
I
haven't
can
even
see
like
it.
done anything.
So are you
I'm gonna
checking that
check out
door?
this door. Yeah.
Is that the 20?
Yep.
So many perception rolls. All right, so
I
you
know,
look
right?
you look at it and it is a locked iron door.
These are crypts, obviously.
Oh my gosh.
It sure would be
You have
funny if I
advantage
cast
on
it.
it.
Metal.
So
Okay,
you stick your
good.
lockpick in there and you are able to turn the lock.
I'm gonna open this one quietly because I'm feeling someone's gonna be on the
Do a
other
stealth
side
check
of the
for me.
door.
Like a skeleton fiend.
You are able to open.
Oh, sweet. There's no one here. Oh,
There's
is
the
this on
broom
the other
closet.
side of that? Oh, okay, that was broom
It's a
closet.
wall.
I'd have been mad. I'd have been mad if I'd opened that other one then.
I walk in here aggressively.
Aggressively.
Let's check this door.
Hold on.
Okay.
God damn it, I gotta pee again.
I got a pee too.
Alright,
Alright,
let
well,
me.
so you
So
know
much
I did a
alcohol.
perception
Yeah.
already.
You what?
It just runs right through you.
Just so when you come back, you know that I already did a perception.
Oh, 19? Okay. Hold on one sec.
Oh, I gotta get going soon. I need to go to bed soon.
I look at this wall.
At the
Look
wall.
This wall.
I mean,
This is the
door.
wall, not even at the door.
I look
Look
at this
the door.
wall.
I aggressively look at it.
Aggressively.
There we go.
I imagine myself
Actually-
breaking through to the other room.
Actually, tell him that you're doing that, because then that'll save us some time. You can tell me if there's a trap or something.
And I'm looking at this one, perception. Save ourselves some time here. There's my perception.
Well, I don't think he saw anything.
Nope, I perceived nothing. I actually have really high perception. I just keep getting bad
Don't you
rolls.
hate when that happens?
Roll.
Aggressively look at the door.
Oh, you rolled
Aggressively.
19. What are
And
you?
then
You look aggressively
Drake
at the
is
door?
looking at the other door. Yeah.
In the
The
same
other-
way Unara usually does.
Alright, so Anara looks at that door, and as she's looking at it, she can see that it looks as if it's just a locked, good wooden door.
Awesome.
And then as Fredrigue looks at his door, he looks and sees a normal door, but can't tell quite if it's locked or unlocked. Adeline, what are you looking at? That door at the bottom?
This door here, yep.
Alright, so you are looking...
It's a door.
So you're looking at the door, and you don't see anything unusual about it.
So I don't see anything that could possibly look like a trap.
You do not know.
Alright, I'm gonna step back, and I'm gonna use Mage Hand to open the door.
Alright,
And
so...
I'm using my beast tools.
Alright, so for
I'm gonna hit it
Drake...
down.
For Drake takes his mage hand and grabs the handle, and as he pulls down on the handle, the door swings.
Yes!
Nice and
Aggressively.
aggressively.
And
Yes.
what's on the other end of this door? Let me guess, it goes straight through to that
Another
door.
hallway.
So as you stick your tools into the
Oh no.
yeah, as the
Frederick unlocks
Yeah.
it from the other side.
as you stick your thieves tools in, the ground right beneath the tile you're standing on starts to rumble and caves in, and you fall about 10 feet, taking 1d10 piercing damage.
Peace out.
1d10.
I'll roll it
I have
for
some-
you.
Okay, and I'm
Whoops.
I have resistance to damage dealt by traps also, so what does that mean?
So you'll only
Oh,
take 5
wow.
damage.
Oh my gosh.
Half damage is
I
good.
thought there were no traps though.
Well,
Yeah.
it was a dice check
I
of
perceived
20,
none.
and you
There
got
didn't
a
appear
19.
to be traps.
You rolled a 19, you needed a 20.
I needed a 20. Are you kidding?
Oh, I'm dead serious,
That's so
unfortunately.
stupid.
So you're
I,
at 15.
I throw some. I wrote down that Onara.
So
You do
someone-
what?
yeah, thank you.
I I throw
He
some
threw
rope
some
down
rope
her
down.
so she can climb out.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Not so aggressively.
And then you did a strength check of 9
Oh,
to
I have
that
to do
one
strength
door.
check?
No,
Yeah,
no,
hang
that
the
was
door down.
Adeline. So that right there isn't enough to bust it open. So go ahead and attack it. If
Aight. I'm gonna use my halberd. Not that that changes anything.
you take your
Just for-
halberd and you start to smash it, and it's
Jeez.
almost broken.
The halberd?
No,
Can I do
the
it?
door.
Can I do it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Fuck you, door.
So at this point, upset at the fact that you just slayed the fuck out of the specter, but you can't take out a door, you smash each little piece to where it almost looks as if this door went through a wood chipper.
I believe it.
Can I see what's down the rest of this hallway?
Oh, hey, look.
Wait,
Oh,
what's in
look,
my
we
room?
didn't need to open that door. Can't believe we
don't-
needed a 20 for that one door.
We really don't need to be down here, because nobody's been down here. But
I
is there
mean,
any treasure in this room?
There's nothing in the room.
gotta be a treasure somewhere. Come on.
So as you walk into the door, Adeline, you can hear a splashing noise north side of the room. As you look around more, you see a rusted sword that lies on the east side of the room.
The cursed sword.
That would be incredibly convenient.
I know, right?
Are you picking up the sword?
No, because we know what that one scrawly thing says. So I'm gonna come back and let everyone know that I found a rusty sword and I have no balls.
Can you,
Also, for
show
Drake,
us
you can
the
do that. Is it Oh, yeah.
Yes.
hall?
Hey, I found a sword, and I know
A
we're looking for a
sword?
sword. So,
A sword?
you wanna
I
come
A
immediately
rusted
get it.
sword, yeah.
nasty,
go look at
rusted, gross.
Where's it over at?
It's on the east side of that.
I put the
Oh,
candle.
everyone's just gonna use their perception?
Yeah, see if anybody sees anything.
Okay, I guess I'll roll perception.
I'd appreciate it.
So the same things that Adeline sees, all of you see and hear. You hear a splashing noise in the northern side of the room door location, as well as that rusted.
Oh, I'm into perception at the sword. Like to see what it was, like if
Oh.
there's anything special
Oh,
about
so
it.
you're aggressively looking at the sword.
Do an,
Yeah, that's
do,
what I
a,
meant.
do an Arcana check.
Oh god. Oh my gosh.
So as you're looking at the sword, it doesn't look as if it's anything out of the ordinary, except for a rusted old sword.
So I'm
I'll
just
go
gonna not
here.
touch it.
Orkin says
You
the
know?
same thing.
I'm gonna not check it. Don't touch it.
Adeline says the same thing.
Come on, Friedrich.
Oh, there you go.
All right, so
Yeah.
You hide behind the door.
so
I-
that means you drop your
I'm just
candle.
gonna, you know,
I put it beside the sword.
Okay,
So I
I'm
so
gonna, you know.
Because I'm
your mage
fucking
hand
blind.
places the candle down, and then it grasps the sword. As it
Firmly.
grasps the sword firmly,
Firmly.
there is sort of a sharp sound. And as that, you see bones start to pierce through the ground below, and then form into skeleton. Roll initiative.
Oh my god. I'm so glad that you used your mage hand on that.
Yeah, who knows what
That
else
could
I
would
do
happen?
things intelligently. Wow, really? 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 It has more dex than I do, so therefore a good person. This is these are the only good rolls I ever get.
So as
Really?
the skeletons come
Oh
to
my
be,
gosh, I'm so upset.
they look around as if they're confused as to
Everyone
where
but
they are.
Javorkin is outside the room.
So only seeing Javorkin, they both attack Javorkin. The first skeleton that just moved to your left, Tony, he goes and attacks you with his sword. As he does that, not used to swinging a sword for a long time, its right arm actually pops out of socket and it throws its arm onto the eastern side of the room.
That must not have been a very good roll.
That's
No.
great.
The one below you, also attacks at you, but since it is not able to quite see what's going on, it misses and hits the wall that's behind you, making a clanking sound. After that, they both look at each other and kind of shrug their shoulders. And next is Onara.
Okay, so I'm gonna move over.
What kind of a
Where am I?
failure attack was that?
The first skeleton did roll a
I'm
My
moving
1.
mage
over
hand's still
here.
there.
Yeah, your mage hand is just sitting there
I'm
holding the
over
sword.
here, and
Wait, it
I'm
actually
gonna go
has
ahead
the
and,
sword.
Yeah,
slash
it's
at
holding the
this guy.
sword.
Oh my god.
It can't fight. Mage hand
Alright,
says that it
so
can fight.
yeah. So you
I
take
know.
your rapier.
Should drop it
Mhm.
and see what happens.
Quick. Got
Pick it up and then drop it, and pick it up and then drop it.
there it is. So you go and stab and stab and you stab and you stab, and it sort of each stab as you do it breaks a bone of the skeleton. But
She stabbed 11 times.
no. Well, yeah, technically, I guess you could say you broke 11 bones, but it is still standing,
It's pretty good.
but barely, only on one leg.
206.
Next is for Drake.
Let's see.
Probably should have used
What kind
my,
of shenanigans can I get up to?
You should test the power of the sword by dropping it and seeing if they disappear. And then pick it up again, and they'll be back at full health.
I'm just. What was the other thing I have? Vicious mockery. I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna just come in. I'm gonna swing at them. Swing
Okay.
at this one specifically.
Okay.
There it is.
All right, so you hit it. Versatile.
I don't.
Oh wait,
care.
are you using it one-handed or two? If you're
Uh,
using it one-handed, you take the
I
left
guess since I'm
side.
not-
If you're using
guess
it
I'm not,
two-handed, the right hand.
What?
The versatile means you can wield it with either one or two hands.
I guess I would be wielding it two-handed considering my candle's on the floor. I'm not actually needing to carry it right now.
All right, so that means the 8 is rolled, and you do not hit. Oh, wait, never mind. I lied. That's advantage. Your damage is 11. I apologize. So you
I was
do
like,
hit
Why
it.
would it go
Yeah.
down?
You do hit it, and it is kind of in the same shape as the one that Inara did previously. Not quite destroyed, but it's missing a lot of bones now from your slice. Specifically, the left side of its entire body.
Oh, nice.
But it's still standing.
So it's not gonna fall down.
No.
It's just kind of confused as to where I came from.
Yeah. Alma comes in, and she will take her short sword. That's the short bow. And she attacks... Oh wait, that's the skeleton.
Rip.
Alright, so she will attack the one that's by Dravorkin, and
They're both by Dravorkin.
the one below Dravorkin. The one that you just attacked for...
Okay.
And as she slices, she's able to hit the neck and send the skull flying onto the other side of the room. And
She gets to decapitate.
Alright.
at that point, it is dead, and the bones fall underneath where its head used to be. And as you all look at the head, it kind of just sort of shrivels up and then turns into a mist before vanishing.
Interesting. Forever.
Next is Dravorkin.
Oh, that's right.
All right. Well,
I rolled a five.
as that happens, I wink at her. And then
He
I,
takes a bonus action to wink at.
I'll accept that. Roll a persuasion check.
Actually, in combat, you have like half a second to say things. So,
All right, so as you wink at her, she kind of just looks at you as if you're an idiot.
Hashtag idiot.
This guy.
All right, so your glowing sword of blue is going to smash the shit out of this bony corpse.
Glowing sword of blue.
So you can paint me any picture you want as long as there's no explosions.
Okay,
Oh.
so instead of slashing, I turn my sword sideways and I come up above and I just kind of, with the flat of my sword, I just crush from the head down.
Oh, in that case, it does double damage.
Nice.
What?
I mean, it's gonna die anyway, so.
Yeah, so you crush it from the skull, and at that point, you see its jaw sort of loosen, and all of the bones sort of compact down together and form into a bone dust on the ground. And at that point, you see sort of like a spirity wisp float up and then vanish into nothing.
Bone dust.
Tony, I see you watching the stream now. You're gonna end up seeing things you shouldn't be seeing.
Yeah, I got off of it.
Metagaming.
All right, so that is also a dead skeleton.
Okay.
Does anything change with the sword?
So now that you're holding this, well,
Mage
mage
Hand's still
hand-
holding the sword.
is Mage Hand a concentration?
How concentrated is it?
It is not a
let's see.
concentration.
So it's just sort of doing it.
Still there.
That doesn't make sense. How is it not? I'm gonna look it up real quick.
That's great.
I
It is-
The best.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to put the sword up.
Mage Hand. Yeah, no concentration. All right, so yeah, you're good. Your Mage Hand is still holding the sword.
I'm just gonna put the sword against the wall and get my candle in my actual hand.
Okay, so the Mage Hand's holding the sword, and you're holding your candle.
Well, I'm gonna put up the sword because I'm tired of it.
Where do you put it?
So don't touch the cursed sword.
In like this corner here.
All right, so you place the sword up in the corner, and then you leave
Someone
it.
else can deal with it.
Then now what happens? There's that door on the north side of the room.
Yeah,
And
we
that
need to
door
bust
is the-
down that.
Okay.
Find the
I'll
drippy
open
drippy.
this door, and then after that, I'm probably gonna get off because I need to go to bed.
Okay. All right, so as you
Perception.
All right, so you look at the door and the lock has been picked already, but the door is stuck and won't move. And it's a simple wooden
Ooh.
door.
Which means Javorkin's gonna have to hit it while I go over here. And can I use my healer's kit before this happens?
No, the way the healer's kit works is if you drop to 0, that will be able to stabilize you if you want.
How many hit points have you lost?
I think
He's
I
lost
have
7?
I guess. Is it 7?
So your hit point total is 21, you're at 15.
6.
I'll use 6 points to lay on hands.
Okay, that puts you back to 2-1.
Thank you.
I've got lots now because we leveled up.
Alright,
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
can I open up this door?
Yeah, so
Yes, please.
you can either do a strength check or attack it.
Is there any way he can do it quietly? Since we know
If
that
he
targeted me?
no. All right, so you grab the handle in the same fashion as you did last time, and you close your eyes and concentrate. And when you open them up, a gust of wind comes out of your nostrils as you force down the handle, and it cracks. And then you swing the door open behind you in a finesse. As you do this, your pants sort of like
Tyson?
I don't know. No, they don't tighten. They sort of like float in the wind, sort of like a flag. They wave.
Oh.
And Alma kind of looks at you and is a little stunned.
Now's your
And-
chance. Now's your big chance.
I look back and I want to see if I see her. See that? Do I see that or
No, you were too busy concentrating on the
awesome.
door.
All right, I'll just ask my friends later.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you have friends?
Guys,
I'm
We,
his
we,
friend.
have, we haven't established that yet here in this story.
We're just kind of co-workers in the story, aren't we?
Yeah, somewhat.
Sorry.
I mean, but
I gracefully walk into this room
okay. You leave the
with
cursed
my
sword.
candle. Yes.
All right.
If anyone wants to deal with it.
I'm gonna deal with
I'm
that sword.
done
Screw
for
that.
today.
Just killed 2 skeletons for it. I'm gonna pick it up.
All right. Well, as
So
you
we can
pick
end
it
the story
up,
there.
as you pick
More
it up,
skeletons.
nothing happens around where you're at in the room, and we can end there.
Hey.
Awesome.
So, this will be a pausing moment for this dungeon that.
This has been a lot of dungeon.
Yeah. Y'all have made Actually, y'all have done about almost half of it.
Damn,
Y'all made a pretty sizable
we got pretty
chunk.
far.
almost half.
So, good place to stop for sure. Where's Alma? Alma's in you. Yeah. We'll end here and then pick up with this epic ass music. I will pause it. Yeah. We're good to go.
Right on.
Mara's got her health. One else hasn't been hit yet. Hashtag yet.
Yeah, I got screwed over by that trap.
Yeah.
and also, I didn't lift right. I didn't lift that door right.
So, until next week, thank you
Awesome.
all, and see you next.
Peace.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm about to.
Oh.
Be right back. All right, appreciate everyone coming out. Hopefully, you had a good old time and enjoyed watching delve through of the Elven Crypt. And until next time, we will see you later. Peace.